have to like text you and be like, hey, something's wrong. I'm pretty proud of myself.
I was just telling Chuck before you got on, it's like for me to do anything like on Instagram or even YouTube half the time, I'm constantly watching YouTube videos on how to do it.
Exactly. That's how I started watching YouTube. Is like, how do I need to do this? How do I need to do that? So are we live?
We are. We have been for half an hour.
Hello, everyone.
I'll just type hi, everyone, in there. Hey, guys.
Hello, America.
Don't you like how Chuck doesn't even warn us? He just goes live.
Yeah, right?
I kind of whispered it, but you two redheads were just,
yeah. Oh, man, my mouth never stops. And you'll find out real soon.
That's good, though, because we never know what to say.
Uh-oh.
Hello, Robert.
My birds never shut up either, so. Huh. Blueberry and Crusty Crumble.
That's their names?
Yeah.
Blueberry and Crusty Crumble.
That is awesome.
We're a snack family. We have puppy snacks, snacky kids, husband snack.
Oh, keep it kid friendly here.
Oh, yeah, no.
Hello, Robert.
Hi, Robert. Amber. Misha. My dad's here. Perry.
She's just gonna be hi, honey. Nice
Candy
to see
just subbed to me. Hello, Candy. Thank you for subbing.
Thank you.
Hi, Ella. Paul. Who else did I miss?
What? I'm missing lots of people.
Oh, I know what I didn't do. I didn't
Nikki.
put on the comments. That's how I need to watch, right?
Sure. Yeah,
Well, no.
we can't do all the heavy lifting.
Uh-oh. Let's see. Oh, Ella. Hi, Ella.
Hi, Candy.
Oh. Meet
Bye,
you.
bye. Bye,
I said that right. I don't know.
Mimi Q, I think.
Meet you.
What? Me Q?
I think so.
I just say back by silver.
Backed by Silver.
I do too, because I struggle
It's gonna
speaking.
be-
later.
Oh, my mom's in there. Hi, Mom. I'm famous.
Who's your mom?
Not really, but
Is this your mom?
it's my mom.
Hello,
It's
Catherine.
Yeah.
Hi, Catherine.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks, Mom. You better sub over here to check. It's up
Sub
at the top.
everyone.
I'll tell you.
Subbed an 82.
Oh, that's right. Back row bitter. Sorry. Oh, screen names.
Yeah, come on. Don't give away my secret identity.
I know. Oh my gosh. It's funny though, like
Roger.
I'll remember people's real names before I'll remember their screen names.
Really?
And then I'll mix those up too. So
I'm terrible at remembering everyone's real name. So I have just everyone out there. I know I say it often, but I do not do it on purpose. I have a terrible memory.
I'm awful. Even my own kids. Hey, wait, who are you?
Well, I
and
do that.
forget about their birthdays. Oh man, that's a hard one.
I get my
Doctor's office filling out forms. You're like, I was there, I promise. Right?
I get my one dog and my son mixed up. I call them by each other's names.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, yeah.
What's
My
your dog's
mom-
name?
My mom, well, when I was little, I had two
Gosh.
stepsisters and a half. So she would run down the list of names of girls.
Wait, how do you have half a sister?
I'm like, finally.
You have 2.5 stepsisters?
Well, I did have two stepsisters, one half sister, and one full blood sister. So there are 5 girls. Yeah, I know, right? Crazy. Right, Mom? Little nutty?
Hello, Veronica. Garbage monster, baby.
I only have one brother, so I'm thankful for only having one.
That's
I
nice.
keep
That's
track
nice.
more than one.
Well, I have a 22-year-old who's made me a grandma. She's out of the house. And then I had two back-to-back almost within a year of each other. So that was nuts. They're like,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, one was born February 2013. The next one was born March of 2014. That was nuts. 2 in diapers. Woo.
Oh,
Wow.
Crazy town. Yeah.
But at least you get done with it that much sooner, right?
Well, I started late in the later part with the last kids. My family was like, what are you doing? You have a 13, 14-year-old. Like, you're almost done. Just start all over. Mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, I'm glad we never had another one. We tried, but
Yeah.
I think I would have just resented the little fella or whatever it would have been. Not even name it. Yeah.
Baby.
Maybe name
Proverbial.
or maybe damn it, because I'd be mad all the time. Like, damn it, get over here.
Baby, shut up.
You know, it always works out what it's supposed to be, and you just roll with it, right?
Exactly.
It is what it is.
You don't have a lot of choice, really.
No.
Plus, we like to go on vacation. I couldn't imagine having to pay for another kid.
Oh, true. Oh my gosh. Airline tickets, forget it. Oh, Eric took the kids out. I made him leave. That's it. Paul or Philly was asking where Eric is. I made him leave. I said, get out of here. You're bugging me. Take those kids with you.
Atta girl.
When I'm ready for you.
They're probably knocking on Catherine's door right now.
Right. He's like, are you sure I can leave you alone this time? I'm going to be like last time where I woke up the next morning and it was like, woo. Oh, yeah. That was something else.
Attitude from a 4-year-old, wait about 11 years. Then it's like,
I don't know. I think boys, to be honest with you, because I have 2 girls and 1 boy. Okay, maybe boys give their dads a harder time. Girls, they give their moms a horrible time.
Yep.
Teen years are miserable. Now I know why they had boarding school or still have it. Yeah. So it's just send you away. Come back when you know.
When you're fixed.
When you're fixed.
I mean, emotionally, not
so true. Oh my gosh. My teenage daughter, those were some times.
Yeah.
I was like, oh wow. And then I had 2 more. No.
You were thinking.
I was thinking. All planned.
Yeah. I just remember with my girls, like sitting at the dinner table, and at some point, at least twice a week, I'd look at Marcy and go, what did I say? Because somebody would stand up and walk away crying. And I'm like, I don't know what just happened.
Oh my
You gotta
god.
be careful, Chuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, girls, sensitive.
They just have that emotional roller coaster.
I'd like to say that we grow up and we become different. We grow out of that, but I don't want to lie. We just become, more
Hi,
experienced.
Bobby. Hi, Harry.
Oh, I wanted to make an announcement.
Oh,
Hello,
my
Amber.
God.
I wanted to make an announcement. I don't know how much you guys heard about Keith's stepson has been missing since the 5th. He's 30.
I saw that.
He's 30 years old, but he was missing. They did find him today.
Okay, good.
He's alive.
Okay,
but
good.
I guess, they don't know what shape he's in, but
Oh no. Well, they found him. Okay.
yeah. So I know some people were talking about it today on different shows, and he's been
Okay,
found.
good to know. Good to know. That's difficult. I don't care how old your children are.
That's the thing that was getting me. It's like, no, after 18, you're not supposed to have to worry, right?
Not true. My oldest lives in Kentucky, and it's just like, wow, she's so far away.
Because you're in Northern California.
I am. Crack it open.
Hitting the hard
You
stuff.
flexing? You flexing over there, Chuck?
Yeah, look. Claire
What you
Brune.
drinking?
Claire Brune.
I don't even know what that is.
Unflavored soda.
Sweet.
No,
Nice.
it's just carbonated water.
That's what I drink the most of. Lots of LaCroix. Is that how you pronounce it? LaCroix.
LaCroix.
LaCroix. So you can tell if somebody's over 40 because they have lots of like half-drank LaCroix everywhere in their house. It's true. Very true. And then it's like, and then me and my husband, I'm like, did you drink the last one again? Not saying anything.
So what is the thing with carbonated water? Like, what is? I don't get it. I guess
It's wonderful.
It's like
Bubbly.
water, but it's bubbly.
Bubbly.
No sugar or anything, you know, when you're looking for that kind of stuff.
I like it.
I do too.
Especially-
I gave up soda, but I missed the carbonation feel.
Right.
Oh,
I mean, it tastes like crap, but it's satisfying.
so it does taste like crap. Then.
Like, I love the LaCroix coconut. Oh.
So Nikki likes it, but you think it tastes like crap, Chuck?
Yeah. True. I don't drink that much of it.
No. Oh, we
Oh,
drink
little
so
Debbie.
much bubbly water. Oh my goodness. I'm like, we should start, like pay it or like going and turning our cans in for cash because we're just making whoever comes and picks our trash money.
It's true.
It's true. It's
Too
true.
I
lazy.
used to do that, but I felt like I spent more on gas than what I actually made because I would have like my whole truck bed. The truck I used to have would be full of bags of cans, and then they'd be like, "Here's $13," or "Here's $10." It's like,
Right.
I don't know if this is really making any sense to me.
Actually, out here in California, there's a pretty high refund tax, so it can be worth it. It can be, but like right before the pandemic last year, all of a sudden, all of the recycling centers like closed down. Very odd. So there's not very many open. So, and I don't know. I don't know if the county actually recycles the stuff. I'm not really sure. I don't know. We have to put it in bins, but I don't know what they do with it.
Well, I've noticed
Don't be
around
funny.
here, you have the option to recycle and everything.
Uh-huh.
And the weird thing is the people, if you recycle, they throw it in the same bin, like they put it all together. The trash
Really?
man does not separate it here. And I'm like, am I like missing something? Like,
Well, whereabouts are you, Nady Pie?
I am in Indiana. Like, I'm in a college
Okay.
town. I'm in Wilmington, Indiana.
Okay. I used to live in Ohio, and it was like that too. It's like I remember being because I grew up in California. It's like we always recycle. There's a recycle bin.
Yeah.
The recycle truck comes, and we were living there for a couple weeks. I'm like, where's the recycle bin? Like I'm like stashing everything in the garage, waiting. Like okay, so they're gonna deliver it soon. I called the counter, like, no, ma'am. And then they had one like a paper bin, and it was like this big. Like literally the size of a mail carrier. I was like I'm gonna go through that in like a day.
Yeah, it's about the same way here in Indiana. Well, at least what I've seen when people are recycling, like the bin is so tiny that I'm like, I go through water bottles like in a day or two, more than what the little bin's going to hold. So
right. Yeah, no, we have a huge can. A huge recycle can here.
Hear that? Nikki has a huge can.
That's right. Huge cans. I can. My cans can.
Hi, Gina.
I'm reading everybody. I'm like reading. All
Hi,
right.
Johnny.
Wait. I just got a new computer and like everything's different. So excuse me if I'm like, where's
I just thought you were dodging things.
But man, my like the picture on this camera is so much more clear. I love it. The other one was like, I don't know. Hey. Birds.
Bring out the birds.
I need to read. I'm reading.
How come StreamYard is so hard to like scroll down the comments? You either jump 20 or you do one at a time.
I don't have a mouse yet, so like I have to do the little. I'm like,
Like Dr. Strange?
Where is it? The little arrow.
Oh, that stinks.
Yeah. Oh, see it. Now I messed everything up. Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm way behind. Philly Flipper. Hey, big brother. I don't know if I said hi to you yet. Hello, SSK. Little Debbie. No, of course not, Veronica, but we can dream.
Want to hear something funny? The other day I woke up. I shouldn't brag about this, but was it yesterday? I woke up and I texted Misha in the morning. I was like, "Hey, Misha, good morning, or happy Monday." She's like, "What?" She's like, "It's like Wednesday." I'm like, "What?" I really thought it was Monday.
So
I'm usually off like a day, but 3 days? That was pretty funny. Something's got to, I don't know.
Hey, at least it wasn't Monday and you thought it was Wednesday, so that's a positive.
Right. Oh my gosh, it was so bad. It was so bad.
Gino, hello, Gino. So I guess we don't know a whole lot about Nikki Lovesnax. Are you a full-timer?
I am.
Reselling?
I am. Very much so.
Is your husband a full-timer, or has he got a real job?
Right? The real job? Oh,
right.
Because it's not a real job.
Right.
No.
Not knowing what day of the week it is.
He came and joined me about 1.5 years ago.
Sweet.
Yeah. We're just
awesome.
like I tell people when they're usually surprised, like, "You guys are resellers full time?" I'm like, "Yeah, we are." How do you guys do that? It's pretty expensive to live in California.
Yeah.
Well, it took some serious planning. I mean, we really had to scale down on everything to get, not only like to prepare us for, the ups and downs of everything, but we were used to his corporate salary. So, it was a matter of like downsizing and doing away with the extra this, the extra that, blah, 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 and getting us to a place where we're comfortable living within our means on, just a small amount of money and some savings that we had. But so far, so good. We're really doing well this year. I mean,
that's awesome.
I say that because it's been such a struggle. Seriously, it has been a struggle and a half, just as far as like last year with everything closing down, and I'm really worried. And then very slow Christmas for us. That was scary. And you would think, I thought like, oh, everyone's buying online. Well, they're not buying they're buying new gifts for people. They're not,
yeah.
I don't know what it was. And so like we had a really slow beginning of this year. And then all of a sudden it started picking up. But another thing too is like we really hit it hard. Like we started listing. But yeah, it's a real job. I mean, we're working hours on hours. It's crazy. I mean, I don't even know how some of you guys like work another job and do this. It's crazy.
You just don't sleep.
So much.
That's my secret.
Yeah. Like the nurse flipper. I'm like, she works and then she does 40 listings a day. I'm like,
she's a robot.
Doesn't she work like 12-hour shifts or something?
Yeah, she's a nurse. I'm like, whoa. I can't comprehend. I've been a stay-at-home mom for the last 9 years. So I've always eBayed for mom money, for the side stuff and whatever. And when we moved out to California, just because my husband wasn't making quite as much money as we were making in Ohio, I just kind of stepped it up a bit to kind of cover the extra stuff. And but man, oh wow, it is different. Because you used to just be that little side dick, like I'd list stuff here and there and I'd find stuff and like, yay, I made the extra money. And now it's like, oh wow, we better, work really hard this week or else.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It really is.
But
I love it. He loves it. We're having a blast. It's a lot of work.
But at least when you're working hard, you're making the benefits from it too.
That's the other, yes. Yeah. Being your own boss and, we can shut it down and go and do what we need to do. Vacationing, camping. We love to camp.
You own your own time. So that's something I like.
Exactly.
That's my end goal, is to basically own my time and not be told where to be at a certain time during the week or anything like that. So that's awesome.
Gosh.
Right. It's true. But I want people to understand that we're not wealthy by any means. Like we're living a very modest life, but we own our own time. And so that's more valuable to us. And that's not for everybody. I mean, there's people who are perfectly fine going to work at a company and they They
sure.
they live it out and retire and do their thing, and hey, that's your thing. But we're really, really happy that we have the ability to be able to step away, go camping.
Yeah.
We homeschool the kids as well, so they're not attached to anything. That's you on your own time. It's worth so much. I can't even explain it. And that's another thing too. Is like, how do you explain that to someone that doesn't understand that either? And that's why they think, oh, it's not a real job, because we don't abide by the same standards or the rules of, working from 9 to 5. But at the same time, like, there is no 9 to 5 for us. Like, we're always working. It really is.
But at the same time, you guys probably feel like it's not. I mean, it is work, but it's not work because it's something that you enjoy and love.
Oh, we enjoy it and we have a passion for it. Absolutely. So there's definitely a joy that we get from that, and the thrill of the fun. The good ones, the big ones, That's a lot of fun, and it's something I've never experienced in a regular job. I mean, I was a hairdresser forever. I love what I did. It wasn't that I didn't like what I did, but when I decided to raise a couple of youngins, it was just like, you know what? I had raised my oldest daughter working on the weekends as a hairdresser, and I just didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do it anymore. So,
That's awesome.
Any other questions?
Yeah, how far are you from San Diego?
Oh my gosh, 10 hours. My family lives down there. All of them. They all live down there. Well, except for I have an aunt and uncle up here and a couple of cousins, but my parents live down there. My sisters live down there. So San Diego is a good 10-hour drive. It's a beast. Like, you don't know what California is until you drive front. And we're not even at the top of California. We're over here in Sacramento. So just from there to San Diego, oh my goodness. It's a long day.
It's a big old banana over there.
It is. Yes. And it's the most boring drive ever. It is. You say, oh, California is so beautiful. Yeah, if you take the 101 or, it's the Highway 101 that runs along PCH. But nobody wants to do that. They don't. When you're up this high, like, it's real hairpin roads and, no guardrails on the side until you get down into some of the beachy communities, which are nice, but that would take 20 hours to get to San Diego if we did that. So,
jeez.
Yeah, I learned to drive on the PCH.
Oh, did you?
I was 14. It was a clutch, and my dad took me on vacation up the coast of California, up into Washington and Canada.
Nice. You know about those roads.
He would get tired, and he'd pull over and say, "Okay, you can drive." And I'm like, "What?" And he would sleep. He would fall asleep.
Yeah. Well, my family had an Aerostar. You remember those Ford Aerostars?
Yes. Sexy car.
The Sharkmobile. And when I had my permit, my dad let me drive us up to my aunt's house, who's always lived up here pretty much. And I remember being on the freeway, and he's like, "Okay, I might take a nap," and then like every 5 seconds, he goes. It's like, because I would step on the brake or do anything, and I was just like, "Why are you even trying to sleep?" It's funny. It was funny. Dad's teaching kids to drive, man. Woo! Oh man! One time I ran a red light. And I thought I was gonna die. He's like, "Get out of the car now!" That was the last time he was trying to teach me how to drive, so had to find someone else.
Actually, awesome. Driving from down Indiana was the most boring drive I ever had, going from northern Indiana down through the middle of the state. I don't know.
It's terrible.
Oh my gosh, you'd see headlights coming and think, "Oh, that car's going to pass me in a minute." And like an hour later, you still see the headlights coming.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I love going to Chicago, but the 3 hours going through northern Indiana is just so flat and, like Chuck said, boring.
Yeah, that was so odd when we moved out there. It's like I'm so used to hills and mountains, So I'm like, wow, you can see like forever. Really cool.
Hello, Jenster.
I know I had to go to California a couple of years ago. I'll be going back later this year for work. And I thought, me being naive, because I went through LAX before just to like a stop and then take off.
Yeah.
So I had to go to, is it Carmelo or what's it called? Something California. It's like 13 miles outside of Los Angeles or something like that.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, 13 miles ain't going to be bad. And then I arrived at like 10 p.m. and it took me an hour and a half to get there. And then the next day after I was done with my audit coming back, I sat in traffic for 3 hours for the 13 miles, and I almost missed my flight. Like I was freaking out. And I'm just like, how do people do it out here? I thought Chicago was bad, but it has nothing on at least LA traffic.
Horrendous traffic. When we lived, and that's why we don't live down south anymore. When we lived in Riverside, my husband had to drive from Riverside to I can't think of the name now. No, it's been a few years. I want to say the Anaheim area. So it would normally be like maybe an hour, but it would take him 2 hours, even with the fast pass that you can buy to go on the private highway. Yeah. 2 hours to get to work, 2 hours to get home, like 4 hours round trip just to go to work every day. So when they offered him a gig in Ohio, we're like, yes. So we took it.
I don't know. Is San Diego the same way?
Traffic. Oh yeah. If you don't hit it at the right time, you're sitting and sitting and sitting. So
because that's one place we're wanting to go is San Diego. Like go the West Coast. We did actually in 2020. We were planning to do a West Coast trip for vacation and just go up the West Coast to different places. And of course, everything shut down at that time. But I was wondering if San Diego was the same way LA was because that's traumatizing.
It is.
We got a question for you, Nikki.
What's that?
It was from Paul Philly Flipper. He asked if you could help him sell couches.
Oh my God. Just send him the pictures.
The pictures?
Did you guys get a chance to watch that?
Yeah. I don't remember that part though.
Oh man, that couch sale at 3 a.m., you know? Keep it in mind, if you ever want to buy a couch at 3 a.m., you never know who you're buying it from.
Hello, Casey.
So funny. Oh my gosh. Everybody was such a hoot. That was a great night. So much fun.
We got 700 in my town, Nate. So yeah, our traffic problems involve Amish buggies and tractors and animals.
Right. The cows.
You only have 700 in your.
That's hysterical.
How much for the curler, Nikki?
There was a lot of Amish in Ohio. I remember that. That's fine. They had their stand at the farmer's market.
Patrick wants to know how much for the curler.
Oh my gosh. I actually have some. I'll sell you.
Hello, Kathy.
Well, when I get to know you, I'll bring snack attacks.
That would be awesome.
I've got something I'm working on right now, and I'm trying to get it out by tomorrow. If not tomorrow, it'll be out on Saturday. So, adult content, okay, people? Don't bring your kids to the show. Yeah, snack attack is not good for kids. Put them to bed.
Snack attack's hilarious.
Yeah.
Do you have any other characters?
Yeah.
Has your mom seen Snack Attack?
Yes, she saw Snack Attack. The family loved it.
It wasn't based on your mother, was it? Because honestly,
Mom, I love you. Happy Mother's Day.
She reminds me of some of my relatives, honestly.
So, I was gathering bits and pieces of a lot of different people in my life. How about that?
That's a safe thing. That's really cool.
Yeah. I was like, everything that I'm, didn't want to be, I just threw that in there.
Hello, Folsom Fines. He's got a question for you.
Hi, Folsom.
That's your husband. Oh.
He's like, what? What's in that nice Yeti mug? And then your Biswicks. Then your Bisquick.
Does he do YouTube? Is he a YouTube creator? No.
My husband, he's a great time in person, but he's just not really
I read that he's a great time.
he's a little more refined.
Oh, he's not as wild.
He's a businessman.
He's the yin to your yang type of thing.
There you go. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Uh-oh. You
We're
got some
fine.
explaining to do to Mom on Sunday.
Oh, yeah, Mom, whatever. Just own it. Oh my gosh, that's right. My mom's here, you guys.
Who's this? Frugal Peanut Reseller. Oh, hello, Frugal Peanut Reseller.
That's a new one.
That's a new one. One of my many fans.
One of your many fans. Oh my goodness. That's why I love doing this. My face always starts to hurt. I'm smiling. Take my massager out.
It's like going to the dentist.
Yeah, it is. It's fun.
Anybody else have questions for her? Or we're going to get weird.
Except my husband and my mom. No questions.
Oh, why?
All
Here we go.
right, that's fine right there.
What does Nikki chart specifically on her wall?
Oh, isn't that fun? And you know what? They're not up to date because they've actually grown a little. I've got my eBay listings right here.
Sweet.
Trying to get up to 1,000. Not a bad thing. Things keep selling down, but I'm actually at about, I don't know, honey, what are we at? Like 460? Something like that. And then the one up here, you too. Damn, Mama. That's 1,000. It's all around 1,000 subscribers, and you can see right there.
We all have work to do there.
And then my superstar boards, just people that have sent me things from, different resellers. Donnie's up there. Wendy's up there. There's another guy named Heige Treasures. He was probably the first reseller that bought something for me. It's fun stuff. I'm gonna picture my kid drew or painted.
Where is it?
The pineapple.
Hey, wait a minute. I know what to do. No.
Wrong screen, Chuck.
Whoops, wait a minute.
You're screwing this up.
Surprise. How do I switch it to her?
That's kind of cool.
Wait a minute. Something's wrong.
Uh-oh.
No. I don't know how to.
Thank you, Jen. Put my channel up there.
What if I do this? There.
Look at how red I am. I'll blotchy. That's
You're
one thing about being a ginger. My hair is my skin is so sensitive. Yeah, you want to see my? Oh yeah, opposite. Hold on.
Lovely. Who did the unicorn?
One day you'll show up and it'll be all filled in, hopefully. We'll see.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
You won't
What'd
talk then.
I think I'm gonna kind of copy what you did and put that in my inventory room, just to
Like that?
keep a visual of it to have up there.
Motivation. Well, we're working on a little studio for me right now, and it's just not. We spent the whole week going and doing the garage, like doing sorting out the death pile, sorting out the listings, all that stuff, because it was getting out of hand. Because we really upped our ante this year, and figured once that's done, then I'll move inside and start working on this stuff and get a little studio set up. So this is just this is the kitchen. We're in the kitchen. You can see my kids' stuff piled up on the side of the refrigerator here. And if I tilt it up, you can see all the little snacks on top of the fridge there.
Wait.
Storage.
Gotta pull you up again.
Like that. Look at it.
That's awesome. Superstar.
Hey guys, I was working with what I had. Homeschool and mom. I got stickers. Alphabet stickers. And I just had enough to spell superstar. Look over here.
Nate.
I like yours. That's some creativity right there with the lights.
That's all my wife. That's not me.
Yeah.
I can't take credit. I had a vision of putting
That
doing
is
something on my
cool.
wall, and then she thought it'd be better to put it on a piece of wood, basically, and do it that way. So then, if I want to change things up in here, I can just move it to wherever I am in my room. So
I like it. I like it. We're in small quarters here. When we moved up north, can you guys be quiet back there? Thank gosh.
Easy.
Yeah, they're so funny. When we moved up here and we decided to downsize, and because we knew that jobs are tough, believe it or not, if you're not in the tech industry out here, there's really not a whole heck of a lot to do. And downsized our whole lives, like completely. We're living in like 1,000 square foot home, so there really isn't a lot of room. So I'm not working with a lot of space here, but we decided that we're going to turn my desk around. So I have a blank wall, and I'm going to decorate it for my little studio.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah, so I got to get some ideas.
Johnny's dropping subtle hints here.
What he's saying, Chuck, that you suck and you need to watch his videos. Respectfully.
Yes, you can say it respectfully.
Respectfully. It's amazing. Like, I forget like how many people I've met, how many friends I've made, like trying to go watch everyone's videos. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm missing this, I'm missing that. Like, I try my best to catch everyone's lives because those are the most fun. But man, it's difficult. It's difficult to catch up with everyone.
It is so hard to keep up with everyone.
It is.
I feel bad for people that comment, and then I'm like, oh my God, I think I've missed their last couple videos, or I'm just bad.
Sorry, that too. I felt so bad because I was literally like only working off my phone until I got this computer. And then I went in and I did my account, and it was like all these like I'd never said anything to people that had said stuff under the small amount of videos I did have. I'm like, I am slacking. I have like 5 videos and I can't respond to people. Like, I'm going to retain those subscribers, Nicole. Gosh.
What you're doing is you're building up your audience to where once you do respond to someone, it's just that much more extra special to them because you don't respond. So you're just like, you know what? I'm only going to select a few.
That's true. I have my YouTube celebrities that I'm like, wow, woo. When I see them out and about.
I bet I didn't make that list either.
I always try to say something really cool, like stick out a little bit.
Okay, Nikki.
I appreciate it.
If you were in the apocalypse, would you rather tough it out alone or try to find a community?
What was that again? If I was what?
If you were in the apocalypse, would you rather try to tough it out alone or try to find a community?
Ooh, that's a good question. Because I'm kind of a apocalypse fanatic, believe it or not. And
Me too.
Yeah, I am. Oh yeah, I'm into all that stuff. I put my little tinfoil cap on at night. UFOs, I'm there. Love it. So that's a tough one, because if you think about it, I've got my stash. Do I want to share? I mean, what did they bring? You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Oh yeah.
What did they bring? Are they going to be asking for stuff?
Don't trust anyone.
Their own weight. No, I'm really into like my goal and my dream is to become a homesteader. So I know it's like apocalypse based, but basically like disconnecting from society altogether to a certain extent. I actually watch a lot of those homesteaders on YouTube. Very interesting stuff. How they basically live off of everything that they've created themselves. It's awesome. But you know what? I think that if I was going to be in a community during the apocalypse, it would have to have been pre-planned. I don't think I'd go out and look for one, because when people just experienced this last year, when people get a little fear into them, they do some really odd things. You'll
wake up with someone chewing on your leg is what'll happen.
There you go. Yes. Eating your dog, something like that. You can't have that.
Or stabbing you for toilet paper.
Stabbing you for toilet paper. Yeah. I think we learned a lot. We should have learned a lot this last year. Oh man, crazy town.
So Gino brought up a good point, and we want to help you, Nikki, get over your shyness.
Oh,
we're trying to bring you out of your shell a little bit.
Okay.
Anything we can do, if you need a cocktail or something, let us know. We'll hook you up.
All right, thank you. I really appreciate that. I am pretty shy. My thing is like this. I turn beet red. If anyone has a solution for that, because that has been my issue my whole entire life as a ginger. It's like it was awful. Like in school, if I had to go up in front of the class, I would just be beet red.
Makeup.
I put down splotches. As you can see, like I have hives.
Is that nerves? Are you scared?
No, I'm not scared. It's just like.
Does Nate make you uncomfortable?
I'm talking a lot. Blood's coming up to my head. I don't know. Weird.
It is kind of weird. Could you just stop?
I know, right? I wish I could just stop.
See, look, Nate, Drifter Thrifter has the perfect location for the apocalypse. You just get up on the mountain and have a high ground.
Pretty much.
Fallout.
That's yeah. Fallout.
Thanks for coming, Casey.
We've got freeze dried food in the garage over here. Oh wait, shh! Don't tell anyone. No, we got plans.
Hey, you got to be prepared. I mean, when all this went down and places were closing down and stuff, I mean, we would be good. And if anyone comes to my house, I'll fight you. But, I mean, we would be good for probably, I'm not even exaggerating, 3 months or more. And that's just being comfortable without rationing.
Right, right. No, that's, I grew up in California. It was like, be prepared for an earthquake, pack a little bag, stick it in your closet or whatever. But there's so much to that. And I think we get comfortable in all of our luxuries and
we're soft.
Yeah. We're so soft. My husband and I, when we left Ohio, we sold everything. We bought an RV, like a trailer.
Hey, Justin.
And we lived in that for 9 months, 10 months for the year. We drove up to San Diego because all our family lived down there. And then his dad only lives about 3 hours from San Diego. So we figured that's where we settled. Couldn't find a job. So we lived at this, it was really neat RV park. Lived there for about 2-3 months. And when things just weren't looking up, we're like, we got to do something. Well, but me and my nomadic tendencies, I got the idea, okay, let's go be camp hosts, like in the middle of nowhere for like a few months. See how that goes. And we did. We ended up yeah, we did. We ran a campground for about 3-4 months one summer. I mean, we lived off of nothing. It was crazy. It was fun. But you learn so much of like how little you need, honestly. And believe it or not, like you start becoming comfortable with not needing all of these extra things, not taking a shower for 5 days and that kind of stuff.
What?
You go swimming in the lake.
Oh, that's fine. That counts.
Right. Not having.
I don't know. That's one thing. I need a shower daily because I sweat a lot.
Oh, I do too. I enjoy a shower daily, but it was just amazing to like have all that stuff gone all of a sudden. We're living in less than 300 square feet with a family of 4, and we got a savings, so it wasn't that bad, but not really making much. If you know what a camp host wage is, it's mostly for like snowbird, old elderly. They like to do that, like to get out of their cold winter climates and do this in California. So that's basically who our boss was. And we did that. We lived up in, here it is, Bucks Lake, California, the middle of the forest. And I was so upset. I didn't see one squatch the whole time.
See you, Patrick.
Do you squatch hunt?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. So do we.
My husband thinks he saw one when we were in Mammoth last year, and he is so skeptical. And I keep telling him, "No, he lives. I swear, he lives." And I was taking a nap in the truck, and he comes around the truck. He's like, "Oh my god! Oh my god! I know I saw something down there. It's bigger than everything." And I was like, "Oh, come on, right? No." And he was like, his eyes were this big, you know.
Hi, Chris.
But
Hi, Jennifer.
Who knows? Who knows?
I got to read
I don't know
Nate's
if he's still in here, but that was pretty interesting. And now he's like, I saw something. And just last weekend when I always check in on my Squatch guys over there on YouTube and see what the latest Squatch, sightings have been. And sure enough, there's a whole group of people Squatch hunting and watching down there in Mammoth Lakes.
Really?
Yes, and that's where we saw that. Well, that's where he thinks he saw the Squatch in that specific area. So supposedly there's a family of Squatch living over there that kind of like migrates between there and like just up the hills and the mountains and stuff.
That is awesome.
Yes, I believe in Squatch. I do.
It's pronounced Sam Squatch.
The way I think about it, there have been way too many sightings for something not to exist.
Some of these recent videos,
yeah,
either they're really, really good into makeup and artistry and stuff and trickery, but I grew up.
Do you think is it an actual creature or like an elemental or something like that?
Right.
Or if you start tracking, I know people are probably going to start leaving because I'm going on a tangent.
No.
I'm a little crazy. I understand, guys.
Yeah.
But if you notice that a lot of Squatch sightings are like around where there's been UFO sightings, too. Yeah. So it's like,
Nate,
what is it?
We can chat. Seriously.
Yep. I can talk hours and hours. Don't worry, guys.
Out of the different dimensions.
Yep.
Oh man, when I'm camping, I'm like this, looking up, looking sideways, that way. I want to see something one of these days. I know it. They're like, oh, you hear that? You hear that knock?
We've had some weird stuff happen out in the woods when we went like way back into the woods where no one, like, we don't go on the trails, we just cut our own path. Yeah. And we've had some like weird stuff happen, but we've not seen anything. But I know people are going to think I'm crazy, but like the signs are there where it looks like it could be something, but we just haven't seen anything, unfortunately.
One of these days. I'm keeping my mind open. I'm ready.
I hope they never catch it, though. That's the thing. I don't want anyone to catch anything because what they'll end up doing is just putting it in a cage somewhere and testing on it for the rest of its life.
Right.
Making it go to work and having a YouTube channel.
And there's also the element where I really kind of don't want to know for sure. You know what I mean?
Well, you got to remember too. Remember how everyone thought the chupacabra was not real, and then it ended up being a real animal.
Have you seen the videos of the chupacabras? Yeah, there's something there. What about that island over there in like off New York or
where they think experimental animals are like washing up? Is that what you're talking about?
On the shore and well, no. I mean, that could be that. It could be that too,
Yeah, Misha, the chupacabra is real. It's determined now. So, yeah, and you got to think of the Jersey Devil over there too.
Well, my favorite thing is like the indigenous people. They had stories of this stuff like long ago, like this isn't just something that was just made up recently, like because we started watching TV and stuff. I mean, there's stories from.
Now, the Bigfoot show, when they start talking, on Animal Planet sometimes, if you know what I'm talking about, like Bobo and all of them.
Oh, yes.
I don't know if they're still on, but he's like, I'm going to lay this donut out because Bigfoot likes donuts. I'm like, no, you don't know.
Oh my gosh! It's like that show was kind of disappointing to me because they kind of made it like, oh yeah, did you hear that? But like nothing ever came of it. They were trying so hard, too hard. Yeah. Anyways, my opinion on the matter.
That will be on next week's episode of Bigfoot.
Well, we just had the Pentagon totally admit that the video out there that the U.S. something saw, they confirmed it as being actual UFOs.
Yeah.
Now, is this some futuristic technology that we're just not aware of that somebody possesses? I mean, that's kind of scary if you even think about that. You know, you're allowed to be
supposedly this, I think it's either this June or July, they're supposed to release a bunch of documents talking about aliens.
Chuck.
Chuck's like just chugging, like I cannot do it.
Switching it up now.
You know, it used to be a goal of mine. Seriously, I had a goal of faking a Bigfoot sighting. I wanted to
do that. You could do that.
I know I could.
I have a feeling you really could do that. I'm not saying like you have like this Squatch appeal to you, but
I do. You should smell me. But yeah, I don't know why I always wanted to do that. Just
try it out.
I wanted to make it kind of obviously silly though. I was like maybe dress up as Chewbacca, but do like a Bigfoot sighting.
Yeah.
So man. Chuck, speaking on that, I have a buddy that it's kind of humorous to go golfing with him because he's such a large man, but he's 6'9" or 6'10".
What?
And he's just like a large, goofy guy. And
I hate
there's this really cheap golf course that is out in the middle of nowhere that we go to because it's cheap. I mean, I'd probably spend more on gas getting there than what I'm saving money. Yeah. But it's like $10 to play, and there's literally no one there.
There's nothing.
And there's like no rules, so you can do whatever you want. So we get on top of the hill, you're surrounded by nothing but woods, and there's no houses, nothing around this area. And we were up there talking about him. I'm like, it would be hilarious if we dressed you up in a Bigfoot costume. He goes, no, it wouldn't. Someone would shoot me. So we're going back and forth talking about Bigfoot.
You run that risk, actually.
Yeah. And then out of nowhere, there was a huge screech. It sounded like a Bigfoot call from the woods. And we're both looking like this. And funny thing is, when that happened, he was taking a piss in the woods. He's like,
the first time.
He's like, are you guys messing with me? I'm like, dude. I go, we're shocked by that noise too, man.
Oh man.
I think we might have turned on a Bigfoot out there. I don't know.
Oh man. Oh boy. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. When we're out camping, when we were up in Bucks Lake, it gets pitch black. I don't know if you've ever been camping like that before, where you're so far from any lights of any type. It is dark. And I'm sitting in I'm sitting in the RV and looking around, and at this time, I was totally redoing the RV, so I didn't have some of the shades made yet for some of the windows. And I was like, oh my God, that'd be so horrible. And all of a sudden I looked up and there's Squatch right there in my window. Oh man, every noise I heard, because there's bears everywhere up there. You don't go a night without a bear coming to your campground. So
wow.
Yeah, so I was just like, oh no, don't be a Squatch. I want to see one, but I want to see him when I can see him and make decision. A fast decision, not be inside of this little tin can.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things not we all, but the ones that do Bigfoot hunting are interested, want to find them, but it's what do we do?
No, that's what I said. That's exactly why. I don't really want to know. Is that awful? I want to see one, but do I really, really, really want to know?
You like the mystery.
Yeah.
I love what Big Brother said, though. If intergalactic beings did exist, they would lock their doors as they flew by Earth.
They'd be raising money to build a wall. That's what they'd be doing.
If they were smart enough, yeah. Oh my gosh, we're crazy down here. Oh man, no wonder there's all these abductions all the time, and they send them back. I
You're gonna leave them be.
Yeah, I mean, if we were something worth keeping, nobody would be able to tell my story. But whatever. My theory.
Maybe we're just like a zoo for them. Maybe they just come by to watch us and laugh. Like, look at them. Look what they're doing.
No, I'm sorry. The general population is like a zoo for me.
I missed it.
I love people watching. It's my favorite thing to do. Oh
So
man, I love it. I love it. And California is a good place. to watch. You got some characters. I mean, you got characters everywhere.
No.
But you know what? I shouldn't say that because I had fun in Ohio. People watching too. There's different beasts out there. Yeah. Yeah, we are a zoo. Kind of thing.
We are.
Oh, man.
I always wonder because I know people always. Well, I say people always talk about it, but like studies have been supposedly they've done studies where you've walked past so many like serial killers in your lifetime or people that have like people in their basement and then you meet some and I'm a weird person, so I don't judge people for being weird, but then you get those people that are really weird and then it's just like, who do you have at your house? Like,
oh my gosh. Guess what? When we lived in Ohio, we lived like literally like 2 blocks from where Jeffrey Dahmer grew up.
oh wow.
So, like, you know me, I had to go and see the house. I had to drive over there. I do the drive-by. Look. Checking it out. Trying not to be suspicious, but you know.
We do that kind of stuff too. If we know if there's something there, it's like all of a sudden, you know, all the traffic's going, then there's our car, and we're like sitting there staring out the window.
Yeah.
What can we see?
He killed his first victim at that house, and it was just weird. Like, this is how I'm such a weirdo like this. I'm like, oh man, he drove down the street with his victim, and he went driveway. Like, I know, I'm sorry, I watch way too much of that stuff.
No, we do too.
I was the kid. Oh, Unsolved Mysteries was my thing when I was a kid. I love that show.
It's
That
a Robert
terrified
Stack.
me as a kid.
It scared you?
As a kid, it did because every time they're like, and we're still looking for him. And then I'm like,
Yeah, you're a kid.
oh my God, he's going to be outside my
Why
window.
did I liked that? Like, my husband says, and he's like, turn that off. It gives me nightmares. My mom used to watch that stuff when I was a kid, and I'd freak out, you know. And then the Night Stalker. Do you guys remember the Night Stalker? Richard Ramirez? He came to my neighborhood, and he was spotted in our neighborhood and actually killed someone, like, right around.
Oh my
down the
God.
town. Yeah, so I remember my dad nailing our windows shut. He did. He nailed them all shut. So I grew up with that. Like, oh, wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was nuts. That guy's a weirdo. He's a
I
weirdo.
need to say this carefully, but I enjoy learning about serial killers.
I like the mind.
Where it looks like I'm a big fan.
Right,
But
right.
It's just, I just think it's interesting, their mindset, how some of them were
Like,
still able to function in society while
Very
having like a huge body count.
Right, very well. So that's how you know I'm not a psycho, is because I don't function well in society at all. Yeah, I'm safe. I promise.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm the one that's like, oh yeah, we saw her. You know, like, it's always the guy that you don't think. You know, he thinks, oh, he's so normal. You know.
And right now we don't see your husband. We just see him entering the chat once in a while. He's probably got 2 keyboards going.
Just checking up on me. Oh, too funny. We actually grew up together. We've known each other since we were little kids.
So he's got problems too, is what you're saying.
Oh, absolutely.
Hey, Chuck, I want to apologize.
Why?
I think when I said I was a fan of, or like a fan of serial killers, we lost 4 people, so that's on me, man.
Oh, no. I enjoy how do you put that? The psychology, like what made them tick or what happened. I don't know. So interesting to me. Like, how could someone go there?
I remember being so creeped out by Dahmer's last interview where They're like, he's like, I don't know, maybe I'm evil. He was contemplating, I don't know why I do this. Maybe I'm just evil, or It was
like, yeah, when they arrested him, he was so nonchalant. They were blown away. I've read all his stuff. It was like he was just like, oh yeah, okay, come on in, take a look, whatever. Take a look at my refrigerator. Don't mind that or that. Body on my bed, no big deal. It's always been there.
It's so weird.
Yeah, it's so weird. I don't know. But everyone knew him as this kind of shy guy. Was normal, just living life, nothing exciting.
So remember, guys, be careful around shy people. Just kidding.
There you go. Right. All you just say, like, what do they call themselves? Introverts. Introverts?
Yeah.
All these people are like, yeah, I love being locked up in my house for like months. I'm like, yeah, you don't worry about you.
Well, nobody's going to accuse you of being an introvert.
Oh boy. Anyways, where are we at in the chat? Anybody got anything going on?
Well, right now we're at what would you do if you were invisible for a day?
That's in the chat? Did I?
No. This is one of my questions.
What would I do?
Gee.
I don't know. Interesting. That's a really interesting question. What would I do if I was invisible for a day?
I would terrify people. Like, I would just mess with them, thinking that their house was haunted. I would get so much enjoyment out of that.
It would be. If you're invisible, their house would be haunted.
Yeah. Especially, I would find the people that have told me, like the people that have told me over and over how they don't believe in ghosts or anything. I would visit them that day. Like, you know what? Right. You're changing your mind today.
I was invisible. I don't know. Gosh, that's a. Because I'm like the type of person, obviously, I don't really care about what people think too much of me. Really? So I feel kind of invisible in a way. I don't know. That's probably not a good thing. Yeah.
I'm with you. I could care less what people think about me.
Right. So, all right. If I was invisible, like I said, maybe ding dong ditch. That'd be kind of fun. I used to do that when I was a kid. That was fun.
What would you do, Chuck?
If I was invisible for a day?
I drive a car.
Yeah, I would do something like that. I'd steal a cool car. I don't know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be creative. I'm the type of person that I'm the reason we don't have superpowers. I would abuse it. I would do something bad. I don't know.
I would just have way too much fun with that.
That's why the aliens don't give us superpowers right there.
Is there anyone who wouldn't want to be able to fly? Like, wouldn't that be like the coolest thing? Like, to be able to fly?
Well, it'd be amazing.
I'd rather teleport.
Teleport?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I used to have dreams when I was a kid a lot about being able to fly. The strangest things. Like, I really felt like I could fly in my dreams.
I have that reoccurring dream my whole life, actually.
Have you? The flying dreams?
Yeah.
I wonder what that means.
But it's like hard. It's like hard work to fly. Like I have to run and kind of flex and hold myself.
You have the dreams where like you're trying to run and you can't?
No.
Oh, those are the worst. Trying to run. And you're like, trying to run. You need to get away.
Or you're trying to open the door while you run, and all of a sudden you don't know how to turn the door handle, and it's just.
Yeah, or trying to dial a phone number because you need to get a hold of someone and you can't. I have that one. That one. That one's annoying. Highly. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what this is telling me about my life, but all these just trying to do stuff and I can't get under control. Oh my god, so funny.
Seems pretty true to my life, actually.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Oh boy, man, got a lot on our plates. Yeah, I mean, you guys both work, or you half-time, full-time? I know, Chuck, you work, right? No,
I work full-time.
You work full-time?
Me too. Well, it's kind of strange though, because like you see me in chats and stuff all day long, because my full-time job is very unusual right now. But come next fall, I'll probably kind of disappear from the daytime chats and stuff because
Yeah.
hopefully my job will be back to normal, but it's slow now. So I can
Right.
sit there.
Work from home. Right. Right. That's going to be really hard. Or do you like going to the office?
I don't want to say online.
Well, I heard.
I love my job.
I just heard that they're having a hard time getting people to come back to the office.
Oh, really? I like getting out of the house.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I totally agree with you there. That is one downfall about being full time is okay, we need to get out of the house. Like,
Yeah.
we need to get the kids out of the house. Like, we need to move. Yeah, do something today. That's kind of our thing. Once a week, or a few times a week, we're like, we gotta go. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to go back. I'm going back in June, the 1st of June. But the thing I learned, there is nothing I do that if anyone's watching from work, I don't know if you're in here, but hey, I'm going to say this anyways. But there's my job, there's nothing I do that involves the office at all because everything I do is virtual, and then if it's not virtual, I'm traveling to go on site to audit a place. So there's nothing. My job's unique. It was basically COVID proof before COVID happened. So
okay. Well, that's fortunate.
I don't know why.
Too much for you.
If everyone's watching, I'm looking forward to going back, but at the same time, why am I going back?
The coolest thing, we went and we stayed at Bucks Lake where we camp hosted, and but we stayed at a different place this time. And one of the couples that was there camp hosting, their daughter had joined them for the summer, and she was working remotely while camping. I was like, that is the coolest thing. Like, you have it. She's like, I don't know if I could ever go back. Like, this is just so, she's in the wilderness. She goes to her meetings, and she would, do that 3 or 4 times a day. And she's like, I don't know how I'm going to go back. Like, she's like, I think I'm just going to tell my boss, this is how I roll now. But, imagine, I don't know.
If I did not need my job right now, I would not go back. But I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the place I work. It's like working with family almost because we're a smaller company. But it's exhausting at the same time because one, I'm on their time.
Hello,
two,
Angie.
I have to travel. I don't like having to travel for work if I don't have to. So
right. Traveling's a lot. My dad used to do that. He has a hard time even getting on a plane now to do something fun. He's just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Are we flying? Like, yeah. What's that?
Now, I don't have a hard time yet getting on a plane for doing something fun. That energizes me. But other than that, it's just like, oh boy, here we go. Layover here. Gonna spend all day getting to a hotel room, and then
I don't know how I don't like to travel. I don't like to fly. I hate it.
Oh, really?
Fly.
I hate it. I hate flying.
Do you guys hear that? What Nate's talking about?
Maybe it just sounds like somebody's
plugging something into a USB and unplugging.
I thought it was one of you guys.
I don't know. I'm not physically doing it, but maybe something's kind of loosely connected. I've been poking at stuff here.
It's gonna be connected here, unless I knock the thing out of the wall. Hold on. Get through all of my stuff. Oh, all right. Huh.
It's bizarre.
I reset check.
Is it annoying?
But it's a little annoying. You don't hear it? It's Nate.
Is Nate?
It's got to be Nate then. He's lying.
I'm listening to my speakers. I'm not being weird right now.
Yeah, you are. Everything you do is weird. That's making me a little crazy.
Is it? Now that you hear it, now that someone brought it to your attention?
Like,
yeah.
Usually, no, I heard it before that, but I was.
Oh, did you?
I was here playing with stuff, but usually when you hear that noise, something will pop up saying.
Yeah, let me check.
Somebody plugged.
There's nothing popping up on my end.
I've heard that.
I'm closing all my other links just to make sure.
Lisa, I think you are right. I think it is aliens this time.
Hello, resale chick. That's Andy, I believe.
This show's about to go off the rails, guys. So feel blessed to be one of the first ones to see one of the first alien encounters.
Say
on
what?
YouTube.
What are you talking about?
Alyssa said it's aliens. I'm hoping an abduction's about to happen. That'd be pretty sweet.
They're just distracting us so they can sneak up behind us.
Jennifer says it's a phone. That's what it sounds like to me, like somebody's phone going. But mine's.
Chuck, do you have a phone plugged in?
No.
My phone is not plugged in.
Hold on. I do have a phone plugged in.
What? It was you.
It might be me. Hold it. Oh, man. What a jerk.
It's okay.
We'll see if it stops now.
Hi, Mike.
I apologize, everyone. That was totally my fault.
No big deal. No big deal. Wow, I can't believe it's already been over an hour.
How long can you stay?
How long
we
do you
should have
guys
asked
stay
you
on?
that.
What? Who?
How long do you guys usually stay on?
Until the end.
I mean, it varies.
It does, yeah. Just when you guys watch when the ticker goes down, people start leaving. You're like, all right, we better go.
Yeah.
When our guests
We
go.
only got 2 people anyway.
Anyway.
Stop.
Anyway.
Ooh. No,
Well,
usually
you guys
about
are
2
later.
hours.
It's early here. It's only 5. A little after 5 here. So, what are you guys, about 7?
7
I'm 8
here.
o'clock here. He's 7, I think.
My house.
That's exactly right. Hello,
Lots of
Mike.
people I haven't seen before in here, so that's cool. I'm new though. I'm pretty new, so I don't, I mostly just know everybody from the morning show.
Mike was a guest on our show once. That was a disaster.
You guys have any interesting moments on the show before?
Nope.
Nope.
Been pretty boring.
It's pretty boring. No.
Boring
Oh,
shit.
my. So funny.
There was that time where I had my phone plugged in and I didn't know, and it kept making noise. That's about it. That was a highlight.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we've had a lot of interesting stuff, I guess. Some I don't want to talk about.
Well, people are interesting, right? We already.
Oh yeah, we've had awesome guests. So
And thanks for having me.
I'm the friend that Chuck doesn't talk about. Of course, we had to have you.
Oh, the friend check. I've got a couple of those too.
Actually, I'm usually that friend.
It's interesting. Like I still have friends, but because like my life is just like I don't get to do anything with my friends anymore. And I have sisters who are like your built-in friends, so it doesn't really feel lonely. Anyways, that's my excuse.
I just never really kept friends. I guess that's terrible. Like, I don't know.
No, I mean, I know. I totally understand what you're saying. Like, I haven't even gone to one of my high school reunions.
Never?
I have no desire to go to one.
Me either. I don't know. I'm not saying like I definitely was not popular in high school, but I wasn't involved in any of the groups. So like I never got really close to anybody.
Oh, that's sad.
No, it's okay. I took on regional occupation program when I was 16. So do you know what that is? Do you guys have that out there?
That sounds like something the cool kids would do.
It's like work. It's like work experience where you basically take college courses to work towards. So, and I took cosmetology. So I went to my high school like for the first 4 periods and then I left. So I never really got close to anyone in high school like that. But you know what also sucked? Like I didn't go to my prom. I didn't really go to any dances. I kind of regret that. But at the same time, like I didn't build like my husband, his friends, and I think this is a guy thing mostly too. You guys stay friends with your high school friends forever. Or like you have that one friend who's been your friend forever.
Yeah,
you know?
I got 1 or 2 of those.
Yeah,
But we talk to each other.
I know. And then you get older and you kind of part ways. Like that's kind of where we are right now. where he was a lot closer to his friends before we were together. And I'm not saying like I took him away, but our lives just got crazy busy. We started raising kids, and they had already had kids that were pretty much grown. So just, life is nuts like that. Like, I just haven't really stayed in touch with anybody real close like that. And like I said, I have sisters, so it's not like I feel like I don't have friends. But my sisters, they have friends. They have like friends that come over and drink wine with you. I don't have those kinds of friends. And I don't even know if I want them. I'm like, I don't know if I want anybody over at my house. Like, no, I have to clean stuff up and like look nice and put clothes on and stuff. It's like a lot of work.
Thanks for getting dressed for our show. We do appreciate that.
Well, I'm wearing a shirt.
That's a good start.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just have never kept close to anyone, because the way I thought about my high school reunions, I'm just like, I didn't want to hang out with you guys when I was there. Why would I want to now? Like,
I don't know. I was kind of an odd kid. I don't want to say that though. I don't want to say it was odd. I just like Lisa said, like there was a lot of clique girls at my school, and I was never like that. Like well, first of all, I talk a lot. That's another thing too. So that's kind of annoying to people.
Really?
Oh yeah. and I'm kind of like not obnoxious, kind of, I guess. I don't know. Like, if there's something funny about you, I want to point it out and we're going to talk about it. Uh-oh. So that wasn't really like a real hitting point for people to like want to hang out with me. Anyways, whatever. Hey, I'm fun. But I just said I never hung with a clique, so maybe that's what it was. Is like I just didn't get close to other people in school. And then so I just started doing, and I was doing all this other stuff outside of school. So whatever. But I know, like my sister, she's got friends that she's had for the last. Hi, honey. What about your imaginary friends? Shut up.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Oh man, that's why he's not allowed. My imaginary friends. Got a lot of those. No.
Okay, I got a serious question for you, Nikki.
Uh-oh.
What will people say at your funeral?
Oh boy. If anybody goes.
Gosh.
Oh boy. I don't know, but I'm sure my sisters would have a lot to talk about. It's kind of funny. But gosh, I have no idea. Well, what? I don't know.
You got anything, Chuck?
Finally, that's what they'll say.
Finally!
Finally!
Oh my gosh,
I've been praying for this for
100 years. Oh, yeah. About my imaginary friends. Yeah, Eric, thanks a lot, pal. You're my friend, honey.
Aw.
Yeah. You know what's funny too is Eric and I, we went to high school together, and he was pretty popular. He's gonna say that he wasn't, but he was. Like he was in with the, the jocks and the popular kids and stuff like that. And it's so funny. Is like he used to say, like, I don't know why I never like noticed you in school. Like, could you imagine having your wife and like saying like that to you? I don't know why I didn't really notice you in school. Like, I don't know why.
Man,
oh my God.
We went from kindergarten to high school together, pal. He didn't notice me. Jeez. Nah. No, Eric was just one of the dudes,
I apologize. I'm so far behind on the chat.
Oh gosh. No, don't. I'm gonna take a quick break. All right? I'll be right back.
All right.
All right, my birds will talk to you.
Well, welcome back, Veronica. Glad you got the monster to bed. I'm guessing that's your 4-year-old boy. He doesn't have one, Jennifer, according to our guest, Nikki. I won't know what people say at my funeral because I'll be dead. Well, good point.
I guess they're either going to say, I thought he was dead already, or it's going to be, he died. I probably died somehow chasing the next buck. Like, it's going to be one of the two where they're like, he was so greedy, or, we thought he was dead already. Nothing in between.
I thought he was dead. I thought he died years ago. What the heck? Who wants to buy a bunch of eBay crap for cheap? I get that one too. My funeral will just be an auction.
I think that would be interesting, though, if you did have a funeral, just have all the stuff in there and let people start bidding.
Just prop me up in the crowd, though, like this. You can't buy your own crap.
A funeral slash I can't even talk.
What?
Auction. That would be hysterical.
Maybe I'll auction off my body.
Off your death pile at your deathbed. Oh man! I mean, that's basically what estate sales are.
You think they let you auction off your own body?
It'd be interesting, and then whoever wins gets to choose whatever they want to do with it. I don't give a crap.
Ooh.
I'm dead.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I mean, have you seen?
Just cremate me, just burn it.
Well, that's why I've told my wife, just do something like that where it's cheap. Like, don't spend money on it. Just burn me to ash. I don't want to be stuck. I don't want to be in a graveyard anywhere. Just burn me. But I also told her, have you seen those funerals where they actually pose the body?
Yes.
And then people come up and take pictures with them? I told her, I'm like, that'd be hilarious. Just stuff me and leave me in my man cave down here.
Oh my gosh. Wait, who hasn't seen the Nigerian casket dancers? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Yes. I want them at my funeral.
I'm writing this down. I gotta look it up later.
Oh my gosh, do it. Nigerian casket dancers. Or
Chuck,
funeral
you will
dancers.
not be disappointed.
You will not. This is, Chuck, I've got goals. This is one of them. Some people like to learn TikTok dances. I want to learn how to do this. Seriously.
Okay. We already got a buyer for your body, Nate. You'll finally get to visit Australia. He'll get to drive in the carpool lane. Win-win.
That's kind of a cool idea. Take me on a trip when I die.
And to me, that's hilarious. Like, I would love for that to happen.
They have your urn. They're like, here's Chuck at the Grand Canyon. Here's Chuck.
Well,
National Monument.
Funny thing that you mentioned that, I actually told my wife to do that to make it weird for other family members. If I go before her, I'm like, just take me everywhere and just be like, oh, Nate's enjoying his time at the beach. It's just
that
a year.
Oh my gosh. Or you get people to pass you down across the country and take pictures on their trip.
Oh my God.
Right? Like that little cutout man everybody was passing around for years.
Flat Stanley.
Oh my God. Boy.
Oh my God, but it's
Flat Nate.
Oh my God.
Oh,
That'd be
shit.
funny. Oh boy.
You will be buried in a onesie, Mikey.
Oh boy. Oh, Candy said she saw that video. You watching it? Did you find it? Here, I'll see if I can. Oh wait, can I send you a video through my phone? Trying to get it to go right.
It took me 10 minutes to figure out my phone was plugged in. You're really asking me that?
Right? Oh my gosh. Let me see if I can find it for you and just send it to you. It is, you got to see it. At least once.
Wait a minute. Maybe I can do something here. Watch the Chuck Man. We're looking on YouTube, right?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, this computer is so slow.
Okay, I found it.
Hey, the Two
Real
Beirdos.
check. I loved that movie, Weekend at Bernie's. it was.
Wait, can I like show you a video through the video? Can you see this?
I don't wait. I'm not looking. What you're showing me on your phone?
I was gonna
try. That's upside down or something.
There you go.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Can you
Why
see the
isn't it
video, Chuck?
talking? Oh wait, wait. It gets really good. It gets really good. Oh wait.
Chuck looks confused. There you go.
I'm so confused.
Oh yeah. Wait till they get low.
So there's really someone in there. Is this an actual funeral?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Here it goes. Here it goes. Getting wild.
There's somebody in there.
I can't believe you haven't seen this before. Whoa! It's getting wild. Oh my gosh. That was a shortened version of it, wasn't it? I mean, that wasn't. Oh wait, here it goes. They get really crazy. Super, super crazy. I mean, because that doesn't look too bad right there, right?
Oh my gosh. Some other weird videos come up too when you look for that, FYI.
I feel like this is like the
Thanks, Gino.
the lighter version. You know what it is? You're not getting the effects because it's on my phone. You gotta watch it yourself.
Fine.
Chuck's like, I hate you guys.
That is not true.
It's come to this.
Oh, yep. Look. Like Gino said, I just realized I'm live. Oh yeah. We got a show tonight. What?
Well, apparently that's like the hottest thing. Like you have to be somebody to have those dancers come to your funeral and do that for you. So
I don't even know if they could find 6 people or so to even show up, let alone carry my casket.
oh my goodness.
I think the most people that would show up will probably be the ones to make sure that it's true that I am dead.
I'd be there for you, Nate.
Thanks, Chuck.
I'm gonna grab that casket and shake it.
Well, here's the thing, Chuck. I don't know if I'd want you to drive that far just for that. Unless you're going to make it interesting, have me fall out or something. That'd be funny.
That's funny. Oh boy. Yeah, well.
All fun.
I haven't been to a whole lot of funerals in my life. Thank God.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
I've been to a few. Mostly of dead people.
Hopefully.
Take it like a Polaroid picture. Got to see if you can get them to develop in there.
You know, I'm just one of those strange people that likes to surf YouTube for like strange videos and stuff. And man, you know, there's some cultures out there that do some really interesting stuff once you die. Yeah. What's that?
I forget where it is, but there's one that
Got a hole
actually.
in the sheet?
I don't know what it is. It's an orb.
It's an orb.
Oh, it's sunlight. Ah.
Are you blocking a window with your sheet there?
No, the window's over there. It's that way, and it's coming in through some junk. Sorry, I got distracted by something shiny.
It's okay. I do that quite often. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, Nate, that's a lot all at once.
I had no feelings for them. Like, oh my goodness, I'm sorry to hear that. Wow.
Yeesh. That's enough. That's enough. They can stop now.
The most emotional death in my family was kind of weird. Like we were up camp hosting, and I had this grandmother because she's no longer with us, but she was 84, walked 2 miles a day, just as spry as could be, whatever. just passed in her sleep one night. Like, and my dad called me and was like, she's gone. And like, I couldn't comprehend that. I mean, I wasn't here. I guess maybe I hadn't seen her in a while, but it was so odd when he was telling me, no, she's gone.
Yeah.
Like, that was just, yeah, probably the most emotional death for me. And then to like, now she used to live in Folsom where we live right now, and to come back to town here and just realize like, wow, you know, she's not here. It's been 3 years.
Yeah, when you don't expect it, it's, yeah.
It felt surreal for so long. I don't know. My grandmother, my mom's mom passed, what, going on 19 years now, and it still feels like I can hear her laugh, she can walk, the talk, everything. It's so interesting.
Do you laugh like her?
No.
Do you have any of her traits?
No, I don't. Not like my grandmother. My grandmother was very quiet and very. No. I don't know if I'm like anybody in my family, to tell you the truth. If mom's still here, she could vouch for that. Have you seen that one meme online where there's like 3 girls dancing and one of them's like, and the other one's like, oh yeah.
Oh,
That'd be me.
So, Nikki, can I ask you a serious question?
Oh, God.
Uh-oh.
If you had to have either horns or a tail, which would you choose?
A tail. For sure.
That was fast.
Right?
A tail?
What's the
Really?
reason?
Yeah. All the cool animals have tails.
Okay, but if say what if your tail was like a dog?
You'd like, no, you feel emotional about this. You'd rather I had horns.
No, I'm just saying, because what if your tail's like a dog? So anytime you're happy, everyone knew, because you'd just be sitting there wagging.
Oh my
It'd be a
gosh.
distraction.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm offended by that. I'm happy dog. I'm happy dog. I mean, I'd have to like cut holes into all my pants, but
Yeah, but what would you rather have, Chuck?
What? I
What
think
would you
horns
rather-
would be cool.
horns.
See, I'm on the same line of Chuck. I would love to like have horns and then just like, because I feel like people would be scared of you.
Oh, well, I
And
don't
then-
need those.
Then they
I'm
would not
thinking of
want-
the apocalyptic thing again. You know, it'd be a good self-defense. Somebody grabs your arms, you can headbutt them, and you know, you can gore them.
Because I feel like, I mean, I've had people like point at me or look at me weird and stuff because of the things I wear, but it'd be weird to have a tail and my tail's wagging all the time. People are like, look at that kid. Like, look over there.
You know who just came into my mind is what? Bart from Spaceballs with his
Yes, barf.
tail wagging.
Wait, I got a better answer. A tail with horns on it, like a stegosaurus.
There you go.
Man, you got deep,
That'd be
bro.
kind of cool.
We could swing that around and party.
Right. I mean, but if you think about it, a lot of things with horns and tails are extinct, so it didn't really work out to their benefit.
Yeah.
Not everything, though.
You're done, Chuck.
Uh-oh. What? Someone point at you for your clothing. Uh-oh. What do I don't know about these clothing choices? You like
What?
wild stuff?
What
I
does
do.
What does Lissa call you? The cruise ship pimp or something?
Yeah, cruise ship pimp.
Now I know exactly what he looks like and what he wears.
He just likes. I don't like homemade dresses, honestly.
The thing is, the way I look at it,
slot machines. Like, who gambles on a cruise ship? You're gonna lose everything.
What's RBF? I have RBF so bad that if I had a tail, people would at least. Oh, resting bitch face.
Oh.
So the tail would help counter that. I get that because I have resting bitch face myself.
Do you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't know it until my oldest started having band concerts. And she told us that the people sitting next to her would nudge her and say, "Why is your dad so pissed off?" And I guess I'd just be sitting up there looking like I hated the world. But now I'll actually catch myself. I'll walk into the bathroom and look in the mirror and I'll be like, "Whoa, what's wrong with that guy?"
He's so mean.
I would go into the UFC if I had horns. And I would grin.
I think Marcy's calling you out, dude.
What's that?
I think Marcy's calling you out. She said, yes, he's a bitch.
Dang.
Shots? Oh, don't cry, Chuck. This is getting awkward. Come on, man.
Oh,
boy. I'm your little bitch.
Oh, boy.
That was so weird and creepy.
That's what I'm here for.
Oh my
That's
god.
just her face. Yep. I get it. That's why I always have to be careful. I have to look at myself all the time in these lives because if I'm not actively smiling, I'll look at my face and I'll be like, "Oh shit, I look pissed." I better
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've ever paid attention if I have a resting bitch face or not.
I doubt it. Relax your face. Do you ever relax your face? Are you trying to look bitchy now? Or are you just trying to relax? You have a resting curious face. I think you should rub your chin.
I got this thing with like my one eyebrow. It's like always up here.
The people's eyebrow.
You know what? In my whole life, I've always attracted like the people that just want to talk to you for just want to tell you their life stories. If you don't have this problem, you don't know what I'm talking about. But I have this problem. Like my husband's like, "Why does it take you so long? You went to the store, you see, I swear I got sucked into a conversation with someone for like an hour, telling me about their relatives back west somewhere and blah."
So you met my mother-in-law.
The dentist office last week. I don't know what this is about me, but this happens all the time.
Big Brother's got a cool question. Question for the panel. If you could go back in time, what era would you pick and why? I like that question.
This is an interesting question because I've always felt very connected to the 30s and 40s. And even in my picking, I'm not kidding. And like when you're attracted to things from like a certain era, I don't know what it is. But I used to always think like if there was such a thing as reincarnation, I must have died somewhere around that time because I'm attracted to the housing style, the clothing, the era, the music, I love big band music. Like, I don't know, kind of weird.
It's the bee's knees, man.
I'm going to go back to the Depression.
It's Aces. I like watching movies from that era.
Yes. I love that kind of thing. I don't know what it is, but always. The Craftsman homes. That's like the 20s, 30s. Yeah.
They just don't make homes like that anymore.
Here in California, they're everywhere. They don't make them. Like, I live in historic Folsom, and I live on a street with all the historic homes. Our house isn't historic. It was built in the 50s. But the house across the street from me was built in the 20s. I have 3 Victorian mansions on the corner here. So I love that. And our whole town is, like, from the 1800s. It's really neat.
Oh, that's awesome.
It is. It's like a step back in time. And we have this couple in town who just for kicks, for fun, they dress up in the 1800s gear and they just kind of walk around town.
That's all. Don't you kind of wish people did that though?
What?
I do.
Like,
I do.
like,
And
kinda
I
like
would.
dress
I
up like
would.
old Victorian
Yes.
type.
I don't know if I'd want to wear the women's dresses from back then, because as it is, I've heard of time. You know what I mean? Like I'm active wear. You know, like. But yeah, they had to put the bustle on and had to do themselves up every morning. You know, women used to pass out from their clothing. But actually, for about 10 to 15 years of my life, I used to dress rockabilly. Believe it or not, I have pictures.
Really?
The black hair, the bangs, like you know. I did. And then it kind of blew up, and it went a little too far to like psychobilly. Do you know what that is?
No.
And I'm like, out, can't do that. So I did. I dressed rockabilly for a long time.
That's a good movie, Andy.
Which one?
What era would you go back to, Mr. Nady?
I go Victorian era.
You would?
I would, just because
cool.
we love Victorian houses, like artwork, like, and then the clothes that people used to wear in that era.
The men's suits were so cool. I totally agree. They were.
Like, I don't know how they did it in the summer, because the way I sweat now, wearing Hawaiian shirts and stuff and tank tops, it's like I don't know how they did it, but
yeah,
I think it'd be awesome.
They must have stunk up.
Wool all the time.
Yeah.
Wool. Oof.
I don't know how.
I have an actual Victorian dress, and the sweat stains in the dress are still there. Seriously.
Beautiful.
From the poor girl just sweating to death, you know? Like
that's kind of cool though, too.
Oh, it's cool. I totally agree. That's why I love finding the old stuff. Love it.
We collect Victorian furniture.
Oh, do you?
One of the couches we had, like, I went to the auction and like my wife wanted it, and I was like, there is no way I'm leaving without this furniture, because I think the bidding, I mean, it was around like $50 or $70, and they kept bidding, you know, and I was finally like, you know what, I'm going to start seeing how serious they are. So I threw up $100, and then they went a little bit. I could see that they were nervous about going up any higher, but I think we ended up getting for like, it was from the like 1870s, 1880s couch, green couch that we had in our house. And I think we ended up getting it for like 125, but
I love auction furniture. Yes. Yeah. Best way to get it. You get some cool stuff, because people don't go with their trucks. They're not, a lot of people don't want to go pick it up. They don't want to transport it for whatever reason. And
we didn't have room for it. We had to have the trunk open.
I never have room for it. I don't have room for anything. Yeah. No, seriously. Our house in Ohio was built in 1880. So they had messed with it. They had dropped it. Oh, they did so many horrible things to it. It was still a cool house though, but our house was an old Victorian house. And if we had lived there longer, I would have wanted to restore it to its natural, whatever, found the plan, knocked the walls back down, raised the ceilings back up, you know, figured it out. But
raise the roof.
Raise the roof. Yeah.
That's our goal. We don't own right now, but once we're able to own, we would love to either buy an old Victorian home and then, you know, have to modernize the wiring and all that and everything. But if we can't do that, we would love to hire either, if it's, there's a lot of Amish builders south of us. Like try to find someone that will create something similar, because houses today are just boring. I mean,
they are. I agree.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it's whatever is easy, which I understand, you know. But I would love to be able to have the chance to basically have somewhat of an unlimited budget, to where it's like, we want it to look like this, make our dreams come true. So, well,
then you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a video about our little area and the Victorian houses over here.
Do that. That would be cool.
And I'll do our neighbor here, they did that whole restoration to their inside of their house, and I'll do an inside walk around in their house, because they restored everything.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
It's all decked out Victorian. Yeah. I'll have to do that. Good idea.
Where did you live in Ohio? Andy wants to know.
I lived in Bath Township, which was right outside of Akron, about 30 minutes from Cleveland. And then we lived in Medina, which was same 30 minutes, but like a triangle, like the other direction. So we actually lived like right down the street from what's his name? LeBron James.
Who?
And it was LeBron James. And people would line up outside of his house every single morning. I don't know why. Just waiting for, because he was usually in Los Angeles for some reason or whatever, wonder why. But craziest thing. So yeah, that was kind of interesting there. But so, and everybody loved him. Everybody loved him. And but Bath Township, that's where Jeffrey Dahmer was born and raised. So
Yep.
it was interesting, like the house. I thought it was so cool. Nobody has fences. When you live in Los Angeles or here in California, everybody fences their properties off. I thought that was so interesting. Like nobody had fences, and so like we learned about the invisible leash for the dogs because you let your dog out. Dogs in your neighbor's yard constantly. So that was interesting. That was Bath was pretty spread out, a lot of cornfields. And then Medina was like a smaller, older community. Like the house we lived in was in the historic area, and it was from the 1880s. Was that Bath Township? Huh? Not a big area. Okay, it's big. But I mean, like, there wasn't a lot of, like, there wasn't like a big commercial area, I guess is what I mean. I grew up like Los Angeles area. So to me, like, that's like a big area. I'm talking down Bath Township. It was more like spread out properties, big homes. Yes, big, very, very big homes. But people had property. So yards. People had yards. Imagine that. So strange.
I want to change my answer.
What?
If I could be invisible for a day, I would carry my dog around.
Oh my gosh. That would be funny.
I just thought of that.
Oh my God. Where's my dog?
Sorry.
Okay, since you answered that, Chuck, it took you a long time. But what era would you go back to?
I'll answer that one next week. Sometime where I could carry a sword.
You're in Canton. Lisa's in Canton. Okay, I know where Canton is. She says Bath is not. Yeah, I know. It is big, but it's just not like it's not a city. There you go. That's what I meant. Okay, go ahead. Sorry about that.
You go back to where you can carry a sword?
Yeah, I want to carry a sword. Like,
wasn't their life expectancy like 30 or 20?
What's after that anyway? It sucks.
I was like, what was this?
That's why they were starting wars and stuff. They were hoping to get killed.
They wanted to end it all, but not by their own.
Duel. Let's end this sucker.
Let's end it. I think you have something there. I don't understand that.
Last week, I was looking up interesting questions to ask people, and one of them was, would you rather be moderately comfortable in today's day and age or a multimillionaire back in like the 1800s? Because you think, back then you wouldn't have any air conditioning, you wouldn't have cars.
Oh, yeah,
all the stuff, the money is useless for a lot of the stuff that we love today.
Right.
Like, I've thought about that. I know this sounds stupid, but I've thought about that often. If you were like a multimillionaire back in the day, you had luxuries for that time, but you had nothing cool now. Like, you couldn't just sit in your room in the air conditioning with TVs and stuff for a month if you wanted to. like it just did not exist. Or it's like, oh, I'm going to go down to the next county. It's going to take me 3 days on the horse and buggy, but it's just it's insane.
When I was a kid, I was obsessed with Little House on the Prairie.
Hi, Susan. Yeah.
Living like that, like, and just imagine, like, what would it be like to have to like walk outside in the dark to go to the restroom.
Yeah.
But they didn't actually do that. They had chamber pots.
What?
You know what a chamber pot is?
I do. I got one here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we've all come across a chamber pot here and there. You keep it under your bed so you don't have to go outside. You get it?
Yeah.
It's a chamber pot.
All right.
Some people think that they're meant for the stove. They're not. You're like, oh, what is this? That's a chamber pot. Oh, Okay, well, what is that? It's like people peed in it.
Back then, I got a joke for you. I got a joke for you. Back in those days, the rich girls had a canopy over their bed. The poor girls had a can of pee under their bed.
And do you know why they had canopies over their bed?
Keep the spiders off them. I don't know.
Close.
Really?
Close. Well, and it was just kind of like a standard thing, and of course it became decorative later on. But a lot of the old homes had straw roofs and little bugs and animals, and of course, because back in then, the warmest place in the house, all the animals would sleep up in the loft, and so all the bugs and stuff would fall down. So they had a canopy over the bed to keep the bugs off them when they slept. I kid you not. I know, right?
I'm not a fan of things crawling on me. I have my fair share of spiders at time that will run across my face.
I'm wrong in the comments because that's the story I was told. Yeah.
Nate does make a point. Without air conditioning, you could just pay someone to fan you in a room of ice.
Yeah, but see, that would make me nervous because you know they would resent you that you hired them to fan you when they're sweating their ass off, fanning you. So then I'm like,
that's why you do it, so they'll resent you.
I'd be like, this mother's gonna kill me in the middle of the night. Like, I don't.
And rightfully so.
Yeah, they have access to your house. I'm good.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I don't know. Our house in Ohio, it had remnants of a kitchen down in the basement, and it was their summer kitchen. They wouldn't cook in the regular kitchen; they would cook in the basement
because it'd be cooler.
It was always cooler down there. Always kept a temperature of about 40 to 50 degrees down there. Yeah, but it would. One thing everyone knows: your basement is always wet.
My basement always is.
Always.
Mine's dry.
My dad.
Yeah.
My dad grew up in a house without indoor plumbing, Lissa.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they did. Yeah, they had TV before they had indoor plumbing. I just learned that story recently. They actually had TV before they had indoor plumbing, which was bizarre.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
The things that you put first, like it's not that big a deal. Just go to that house. Like
I'm watching the Packers. I don't care. I'll go run outside.
There's actually a community where I grew up. I grew up just south of where I live now. It's about 15, 20 minutes. But when you go far enough out in the country, they still have no running water or any kind of plumbing or anything like that. They have outhouses and they're still active.
Right. No, you know what? And I'm down with that. Like, seriously, I'm so intrigued by homesteading.
Yeah.
I could do it. I know I could do it. I could collect the rainwater and I could have an outhouse. I could have a composting toilet. I know I'm telling you, sounding weird.
See, I went through a whole phase where I wanted to live off the grid. And then I'm like, it's so convenient to go to Taco Bell. Who wants to go forage in the garden for all of your vegetables and stuff when I could just go to Taco Bell? I know that's terrible, but
I agree. I mean, the conveniences are hard to get away from. That's for sure. I watched
and
these.
That's why I think a lot of people were in shock in the pandemic when I know the grocery stores up here were wiped clean.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just like this is what happens, guys. I mean, this is why we keep stocked up, because you never know.
Possible at any moment. We take for granted so much. It's crazy. It really is.
We had toilet paper, so. But I mean, we don't stash it, but we had enough to where we weren't worrying. I mean, there was a time where we started getting low, and it's just technically, it's just a convenience if you think about it. It's not.
It is.
Something you need, but I want it.
I agree, and you got to wonder how many of those people were just pretty much, if you will, poaching the shelves to sell it on the outside, taking advantage of that opportunity. That was going on.
I saw all over Amazon and eBay until they started taking it down.
So were people really worried, or was it people taking it just to sell it back to the people.
Oh,
I don't
that's
know.
sweet.
I mean, I got what some of my listings taken down because at the pandemic, I was selling kid diapers that I would get in these big personal care lots.
Yeah.
And they said I was price gouging, and I had them listed for $9.95 plus shipping. And I was flagged for price gouging. And I'm like,
Entrepreneurship.
you can go get them at Walmart for $8.95. I'm just charging them shipping.
Right.
Like, so I don't know. Which don't get me wrong. As soon as they did that, I'm like, I'm good. I'll quit selling it. I'm not going to risk losing my store or anything like that. But it's just like I was $1 more than Walmart. Like I was just going by what other people were selling.
We have a doozer of a return right now on our eBay store, and I just want to. I had this old clock, and I've been doing this for a really long time, so I know better. I put all the details in my listing, and I even said, listen, this clock isn't for somebody that doesn't know about these clocks. I don't want to have to deal with a return. If you're going to buy this clock, you're going to know it's going to get shipped. You're going to have to take it to a clock shop to get adjusted if you don't know how to do it yourself.
Yeah.
They don't read that.
No, they don't. Because lady buys the clock and then probably read it after she bought it, because after we'd already shipped the clock, she says, I didn't bid on this. Husband sends her the screenshot. Well, actually, you did, and you paid for it already. It's been shipped. So then she comes back. She's like, well, I don't remember bidding on this. Maybe it was my daughter. And we're like, okay, well, it's on its way to you. And then she kind of like left a message saying, well, I can't wait to receive it. And Eric's like, she's being facetious, you know. So she gets the clock, and then she mails me, the clock isn't working. I'm like, oh, gosh, I already know where this is going.
Yeah.
Exactly where I didn't want it to go, which is why I wrote that in the description. And I'm like, all right. I said, look, happy to have the clock back. It's valuable. Just pack it up, send it back. We'll refund you and receive it. She opens the damn case. So we all know what that means.
Yeah.
It means they're probably not going to get the clock or my money back. And I don't know. That's the only thing. Like, I love eBay. And there's moments where I'm just like, oh, I could just, but
Thanks for coming, big brother.
do well enough with it. But man, I just, oof.
Yeah.
We don't have too many, but when we have them, they're doozers.
You want to hear my stupid return that's going on right now? I flipped out. I called eBay, and the guy's like, well, they cited it for this.
You're calling eBay. You're calling India.
Oh, I know. So get this. So I sell postcards. I do pretty well on postcards. So this person gets it. 10 days later, they request the return because it's not working. So eBay automatically, because it's not working, automatically they have not sent the refund. They're like, you can either refund them, but we've started the return process. So I call eBay and I'm like, please tell me. And I go, I'm not trying to be a smart ass, but it's really hard right now. But tell me how my postcard is not working. And the guy's like,
he's looking at
that's what they say.
What do I say?
The guy's like, that's what it says. It says it's not working. I'm like, okay, you're not understanding me. I'm going to explain this differently.
He doesn't know what to say to you. He doesn't know what to say.
Yeah, and I go, it's a piece of paper. It's cardboard. It's from 1909. There's no electronics in it. It's paper. How is it not working? And they're like, well, let's see if you get it back and everything. And if you get it back, and I'm just like, are you kidding me? And then their reasoning was that did not work in a collage they were doing. So my fear is I'm going to receive this postcard back that's either going to be not the correct postcard or it's going to be damaged because they tried to put it with something else. So I have pictures of it from when it was shipped. And I told him, I'm like, I'm going to flip out. Like, it's not a ton of money, but I'm going to flip out if it comes back damaged and you guys automatically make me do a refund because they're withholding those funds through anything I'm making right now.
Right.
And it's just like, and I told him, I'm like, I don't care if it's a system issue. You can change it. Sorry, sir, but it's not working. Like, he kept repeating that. And I'm like, it is a effing piece of cardboard. Like, I feel like I'm going mad right now.
And you know what? I've done this for so long. Like, I have an intuition about it. If the buyer makes way too much contact before they even receive the item, there's going to be issues. I promise. Yeah. Always. Every single time. We sold vintage Fisher-Price in-box record player. Clearly in the description, I said, probably going to need a needle. Probably, because there isn't one. Gets the record player. Oh, it's not working. I said, did you put a needle on it? Well, no. Okay. I want to return it. All right. Ship it back. He stole our box. He stole the vintage box. Shipped it back in a regular box. Took the vintage. So he was trying to find a box for his old one. I mean, I chalk it up to whatever I paid for the item is what we lost, blah, 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 blah. It's just the headache of it. Like, really?
Yeah.
So unnecessary. I mean, if you wanted a box, email me. What do you want for the box? I would have sold you the box.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, those Fisher-Price record plays, they're a dime a dozen. I would have sold you the box.
That's so annoying. Like with the postcard, I don't care because I've made my money off the entire lot already, but it's just the fact
it's just
when people do that, and that's what I've had to tell. Like I have a buddy that just started selling about a year ago, and he got discouraged with his first return. I'm like, you got to think of it this way.
It hurts.
You're going to shut down your business over one return.
Yeah.
You're in the wrong business.
That's true.
Is it frustrating? Is it discouraging? Yes, but I'm like, you don't realize how many of these people exist.
Right.
And one day they will find your store, and that's what they did.
They will. One day, and then a few days later, too. Oh, my God. We don't have
night, Dino.
We don't have many, but oh, good night. Yeah, scammers, Candy. Straight up scammers.
She wants the record player, though.
And like, I don't have many either.
Needs a little. Oh, we might have donated it. Because after that, I didn't want to look at it. I was just like, oh, God, stole the box, man. Who does that?
Creeps.
Dirty
creep.
Barbie people. I love selling vintage Barbie, but these people are psycho. Sorry if any of you are psychotic.
I've heard that.
I was in Ohio and I sold 1960s Barbie dress to a lady, and I put it, oh, God forbid, put it in an envelope. Had an envelope. Oh, I received mail in her handwriting to my address for like a whole month. And how could you put that dress in a envelope? Why wasn't it in a box? Why, blah, blah. I'm just like, oh my gosh. I almost had to go to the cops and be like, this person's harassing me. They're going to show up. I had my address in there, and she's going to show up in my address over this, because who has the time to write you letters, go to the post office, put a stamp on it, send them to you? Because they're mad about an envelope. That's not the only thing. Then, just recently, well, I've got a lot of Barbie stories, but that's just one of them. Recently, sold a pair of Barbie shoes, which I do well on. Barbie shoes, $20. They sell as much as our shoes go for, right? And the lady gets them. And they're, no joke. If you find Barbie shoes anywhere and when you're out there sourcing, grab them.
You pick them up, yeah.
Gold. Especially because you usually find them in like a bag, a lot of bag, like they just bag them up. And was that Nikki? You're right about Barbie people. Yes, I know. So, lady gets her Barbie shoes, and they have these little clasps on them, right? And if you're not careful, because they're from the 70s, you're going to break the little clasp with your little fat fingers. And she broke them. She broke the Barbie shoes. Then, she's like, oh, these aren't working. They won't stay on the Barbie feet. I was like, oh my gosh, you broke them. Like this. They did not come to you like that. I promise. Oh man. All right, send me back the broken Barbie shoes. Or actually, I said no. I said don't send it back. Keep them. I'm going to refund your money. I'm just not even going to deal with this. But man, the headache. You broke them, and you want to blame it on me. Anyway, that's my rant. Ran over.
No, I understand with the Barbie people because I had what I would consider a psychopath that kept messaging me. They were from Southern Tennessee, but the woman kept messaging me all these details. And, and I'm just like, she kept going, well, check this. And I'm like, I have sent you every picture, like every inch of that Barbie. I don't know what else I can do.
I violated the Barbie already.
And then she kept lowballing me, and which I don't care about lowballers. I'll date them with all day. I mean, they irritate me sometimes, and but she kept lowballing me, and she's like, "I'm not going to pay more than this." And I'm like, "That's fine. I'm not going to sell it to you." And then someone else bought it. And then she had the nerve to message me and was like, "You knew I was going to buy this. I was just trying to get the right price." I'm like,
had that. Yes.
And I'm just like, you spent 2.5 weeks dicking around with the Barbie instead of just being like, "Hey, I'm going to buy," or just clicking buy it now. That's all you had to do. Because I was willing to take a few bucks off of it, but she was wanting it for $7 or $8. And I'm just like, I'm sorry, but this Barbie, I mean, it wasn't crazy expensive, but it was selling for $25, $30 easy. Right. She kept sending me offers of $7 and $8, and then I was like, "I'm sorry, but this is as low as I'll go." And then this goes right through me, but I'm very nice still when they're like, "Okay, you said no to my $7 offer. Here is $7.25." Like, are you trying to get me to flip out?
Let's not even get started on My Little Pony people.
They're terrible too.
Oh boy.
We didn't have any trouble with those. We haven't sold a lot of them, but
I have. I've had. I mean, the thing about the My Little, they're good, and then they're like, they're either really good or they're like, woo.
Well,
I had a lady message me like almost for a whole month over a $17 My Little Pony lot. Send me pictures like this, send me pictures like that. I don't get paid till next. Like, okay, all this information I don't care about. I really don't. I don't care. Like, you're either gonna buy them or you're not, right? It's sold, and she did the same thing. You knew I wanted to buy them. Like, I'm not even thinking about you. I have like over 400 listings, honey.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Am I yelling?
No. I was telling Nate to about me being a closet brony.
Closet brony. That's right, the brony. Brony. You're a brony.
Brony, right.
Brony. I have to let the puppy out. You guys want to see my puppy?
Sure.
Yeah.
Better be. You're wearing pants. I knew she was wearing pants. What? If I would have known within 6 hours, Lucky Thief was on the west coast. I hear you, Lisa.
He's getting way too big for me to hold.
That's not a puppy, it's a giraffe.
He's a puppy shark. Say hi. This is Dusty. Yeah, he has to go potty. He's getting so big. I can't believe just 2 weeks ago I could just like lift him up for nothing.
Wow.
Okay, bye.
He's going to pee before she sets him down, I hope.
Yeah. That would have been great on camera, though.
Woo! They have to rename him Pierre.
Man, they grow fast. He's going to be a big dog. He's only like almost 4 months.
What is it?
He's a boxer shepherd mix.
He's pretty.
He's a cutie. Thank you. He kind of reminds me of Scooby-Doo.
That's what Marcy just said.
Yeah. It's like a little Scooby. He likes to snitch.
Do you guys? I was gonna ask. Do you guys ever get those people that give you a life story to try to get a cheap price?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Marcy
I really want it because my dog died like 5 days ago, and my grandmother, she's in the hospital, and yeah.
I usually send them I'm not disrespectful in case eBay's looking at it, but it's kind of condescending. But I'm like, if if I have like an item for say $10 to $15, one of my cheaper items, and they're like, I can only afford it for $6 or something, and I go, if $10 or $15 is going to make that big of a difference in your life,
And
you
$6.
need to reevaluate your life and your life decisions. And then I either get people cussing me out afterwards, or they just never respond again. But I'm just like, if $10 or $15 is going to make that big of a difference in your life, you probably shouldn't be shopping on eBay right now. Like,
my favorite message to this day was a lady saying, you know what, I was really drunk last night. I bought this, and I really don't want it. I was like, girl, yeah, fun.
I can accept that one, yeah.
I can accept that. You're honest. I get it. We've all been there. Return or refund immediately.
INC picker. Yeah, that.
Too funny.
At least that's someone like that's being genuinely honest, because
Like,
I've heard people talk about what they bought when they're drunk. And I'm like, I don't think I've ever went on Amazon or eBay when I was plastered to shop.
Okay, maybe auction sites, but not eBay. Not eBay auctions, but like just like random auctions. Yeah, got a whole bunch of stuff.
I always hate it when my ego gets the best of me, and I'm trying, and I don't. This is gonna sound terrible, but I have a price set in my mind, and then someone keeps bidding and bidding, and I'm like, you know what? If you want it that bad, I'm gonna make you pay. So I will bid against them.
Oh, you're that. You're that person.
And then I'm just like, no, please, no. And then,
bid me up.
I have overpaid for several items because I'm a jerk. Instant karma right there.
So funny. Oh, no. Oh, wow.
How about
you know what?
Like,
did you see
the
Nate?
best auctions were in Ohio. I got a message from a guy the other day wanting to get sports card off me for free. His wife was dying of, oh my God, and that's all he's thinking about.
Yeah. What a wacko.
That's, you know what? That's not a good one. I don't know. Like, it's one thing to lie, like, I don't know. Like, I'm really poor right now, and I'd really like to have it.
Oh my gosh.
I had it when I was a kid. Like, that'll play on my heart.
As weird as it sounds, it doesn't surprise me.
Right. It doesn't. I've seen it all at this point. I had ordered some, like, ceramic squirrels for the yard. I like squirrels. And the lady sent them to me. They weren't even wrapped in bubble wrap. And I'm a reseller myself. So I opened it up, and it was like they were just, like, dangling, free-flowing in this box with like maybe a wadded piece of paper. I'm like, they came from like, I want to say they came from Tennessee or something. I'm like, you really thought they were going to make them here? She was really nice. She refunded me right away, but I was just like, wow, you're not going to last long.
Hello, Janet. Good luck on your auction later tonight.
And then some people are just like, they get really cheap with their packaging. They're like, well, I don't want to use this much packaging, but you have to, like, if it's breakable. Like, so I had some guy like furious at me, like, I cannot believe you shipped a box like this. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I treat a box like my child. Like,
right.
Like, I don't want
means
negative
a lot
reviews.
to me.
And he sent me pictures, and it was a huge box that I sent because he bought all these starting lineup collectibles.
Yeah.
And I made sure to pack them in tightly, bubble wrap, everything, to where if anything happened to the post office, it would be safe. But I don't know what the post office did, but the box went to like this, to smash like this with holes in it. And some of the figurines were damaged. And like, I think he was thinking I was going to argue back with him. And when he sent the message, I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. I will send you a refund. Like, I'm gonna contact the post office because it's under insurance and have them at least give me some money back. And he goes, well, just take $10 off and we'll call it even. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, that's all you want to do?
Right. We had the we had eBay refund somebody on a vase that got lost in the mail. And you know what eventually made it there? And this was a $300 vase. Because it had the return address, it had his address, but he was pissed that it wasn't there within the 3 days. And eBay refunded him. And I'm like, that vase, it showed up there eventually. I'm just like, oh gosh. And he didn't say anything.
Hello, Josh. Good to see you, buddy.
It's all right. The ins and outs. Like, this is how I look at this. Like, you could have a brick and mortar store, right? You're going to deal with theft. You're going to deal with casualty. You're going to deal with all this other stuff. It's just part of the game. And when it comes down to it, you're only losing what you paid for the item. And I am cheap. I don't pay up for much.
Same here. I am probably one of the cheapest out there.
I don't pay up for much.
I'm like the one at the yard sale. It's like, oh, you want $1.50 for that?
we take 75 cents.
Yeah.
Yeah. Half of it. Hey, chuckaroo.
I got called cheap by my wife last weekend because well, that auction I was at was going so well. I was getting every lot I wanted for like $1. And then there was, I told her about some of the things I missed. And she's like, well, how high did you bid on it? I'm like, $6. And she's like, okay, this thing's worth $60. What? It was $6. It just seemed like a lot of money at the time.
Chuck, I would be right there with you at that auction, being like, oh, $6? Like, oh.
I have to say, you guys probably have, that's what I miss about Ohio, where the auctions were so awesome. I don't know what it is. We have them out here. Don't get me wrong. But the vintage goods are far and few. Like, I love the vintage stuff. I like the older little knick-knack, all that kind of stuff. But most of the auctions out here are like high end this and that, and it's gonna like bid up because people who actually collect this stuff are in the auction bidding on it. It's not, resellers like trying to get the lowest dollar to make a buck off of it. But I miss that. Oh man.
I always feel like I'm a vulture at the estate auctions that I go to because I'm the guy. I'll bid on a few things if I know I can definitely turn a profit. I'll bid a little bit on them, but I'm like the vulture that's waiting for all the waste at the end, where they're like, "We're gonna throw this whole table together," and then I'll like win it for $8 or less, and I'm like on cloud 9 when I probably could have bid $20 on something and made $100 on that item, but I'm like, I want all these and make $20 a piece or something.
I won.
If my husband was in the chat right now, he'd tell you the funniest thing would be me trying to make it home before he got home from work with the truck. Because I had a truck. He drove a commuter car and I had the truck. And I would drive out to the auctions that I'd win and I'd have the he's like, how in the world did you get that in there by yourself? I'm like, I was motivated. Dressers, I was like, I got it for $1. He's like, yeah, but we don't need it.
That's how I was when we used to have our old truck. I used to work nights, so I'd be working second shift, and 45 minutes from the house every Wednesday there was always this little auction house, and I would wait there till the end. I would not bid during the entire auction. I'd wait till the end where they got to the tables. So I would buy 3 to 5 tables full of boxes, and it would be just me. So I'd have my dolly, and I'm like just carrying stuff back and forth, and the whole truck bed would be full. The cab of the truck would be piled up above me.
My kids are like riding, and I can't even see them.
And then when my wife would come to the living room right before I went to work, the living room would be piled with stuff. She goes, "You got to be kidding me!" And I'm like, I literally spent $12 a day, and like I was on a high the rest of the night at work, and everyone's like, "So you bought junk?" And I'm like, "That's what you would see, but I go, I'm going to turn a huge profit on this stuff. Like,
You don't know what it's worth.
yeah.
I cleaned out somebody who was a seamstress one time. So I had all this lace and fabrics and stuff. And like, I was trying to get it into the house before the husband got home. And then we had a, I know that's so bad. We had a guest room. And I'm not kidding you. It was piled from the floor to the ceiling with just plastic bins full of fabrics and laces. And what was I going to do with that? Was I ever going to have the time to listen? I could not help myself. It went so cheap. I was like, I can't leave it behind.
Yep. It's a sickness. It
is.
I have a problem too when, especially if they're going around starting a bid at $1 or $2 and no one's bidding, and I'm just like, okay.
You know what though? When we left Ohio, I had so much stuff to sell. Like it was nice because I was able to have like a chunk. We got a chunk of money to like, live off of for a while. But yeah, we had people come to our estate sale and buy all that stuff. So it worked out.
That's awesome.
I missed it. Ohio is flush with great options. Yes. And the competition is inane anymore. Idiots that are starting reselling have no idea what they're doing. Drive prices. Okay, I get that. Yeah, prices do get driven up. They do. But I want to be honest with you. I've been doing this for a really long time. And even back, I want to say in like the early 2000s, people say, oh, the prices are driving up, blah, blah, blah. There's always ebbs and flows. I'm not kidding you. It'll drive up on some things, but other things like are down. Like you just have to kind of find like this equal, I don't know. You got to play it. Like I call myself the bolo killer. If you say it's a bolo and I list it, it's done.
Me too.
I'm not kidding.
I'm always blasting on
guitars that are sitting there. I have a Space Saver can opener that's sitting there. Like, yeah, I don't know. I am. I can kill a bolo like no one else. Anyways, it is a sickness. It is. I totally agree. And that's why Janet is in business. Because she knew someone that had this sickness. And I keep telling myself, like, I'm not going to be that person. But when I was cleaning out this garage the other day, I'm like, I am this person. What am I doing?
Well, like, what some people see as junk, too. And sometimes I'm like, well, I mean, when you're going through your boxes or whatever, it's like, well, I bought a turd, you know what I mean? Like, but then you'll have that person. I know I've had them on Facebook where they're like, I'll give you $20 tonight. And I'm like, what? Like I paid $8 for all this and I didn't think I was going to be able to sell it. Because sometimes I'll just experiment with things and see if I can sell them. And I impress myself sometimes. I'm like, look at you, man. like this is
Eric and I, we went to this thing. Our local thrift store had something called a treasure hunt where they brought like a couple of pallets out of stuff that they haven't gone through yet because they just received so much this last spring. And I was pulling all kinds of stuff out there. No joke. I had these little like dollhouse dolls and I listed one last night or the other day. I was like, oh, it's nothing. No big deal. $30 right out the door. Like, oh, wow. And it was just this little tiny, stupid. I didn't think anyone would buy it. And then bam, someone bought it. One day later, whatever, list it. I guess that's the moral of the story. List it. You're not going to make anything unless you list it.
Or like if someone wants to buy something out of my box, that's something else to remember. If you buy a bunch of boxes, someone wants to buy something out of it, I always charge them what I paid for the entire lot of things. So then no matter after I leave that auction, I'm in the green. So it's like, oh, you want this one item? I paid $15 for everything, so I want $15 for it.
There you go. Good way to look at it. Oh, I am going to be 45 this year, and I've been doing this since about 2005, 2006. Long time. When people used to be able to write you checks, and you had to wait for them to come in the mail. Yeah. Nice. And I had to go to the post office because you couldn't print your own labels. So that's how long I've been doing this. Nice to meet you, Big Nugget. That's a cool name. I'm always searching for a big nugget too.
He's got a great channel.
I live in Gold Country.
He's a funny man. He's got a good channel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. I like funny people. I like to vibe off people. Uh-oh, Kay said she half expected me to be in character tonight. I'm sorry. I have something coming, though. I promise. Okay? I know. It's like, now I feel like I'm disappointing people as me.
Wait, you're not in character?
Oh.
This is you?
This is me. Yeah, right? So it's like, oh, everybody's home. Hey, guys. Oh, you hear him?
I heard something.
Here comes the herd of children's.
They probably didn't catch your dog.
Yeah, the dog's happy they're home, for sure. I have an old doggy, too. He doesn't like the puppy at all.
This is shocking.
Do you guys have pets? Yeah, you did. Chuck, you said you have a dog.
2 dogs.
2 dogs.
We have 11 pets. So
You have 11 pets.
yeah, we have
You have kitty cats?
we have I pronounce the name wrong every time, but we have a hairless cat named
Aw.
Fluffy. We have 2 dogs,
Of
2 snakes, 3
Snakes?
lizards, 2 guinea pigs, I cannot pronounce it again, but it's like, I don't know if you've heard of like an axolotl or a sea puppy.
A sea puppy?
He's making that up.
I'll have to type in the name and people can look it up.
I'm so lost. A sea puppy.
It's a,
Isn't that like a seal or a sea lion? No?
he's got a Bigfoot too.
In the Bigfoot. I'm just kidding.
He's making
I'm putting it in the chat because I cannot ever say.
I was watching your show from last week. Said if you wanted to miniaturize a pet,
Oh
what
yeah.
that would be? Someone said a miniature Bigfoot. I'm like, yes! Yes!
I just copied in my question I asked you earlier. 1 second. I told you I'm bad with technology. Let me just remove that.
Your hairless cat's name is Fluffy, right, Nate?
Yeah, my daughter named him Fluffy.
That's a beautiful name.
He's like a little baby. He's not even a cat. He is the
Aww.
most perfect creature of all time.
My
That's
husband
like me.
won't let me have a cat.
What? You
See,
can't have a
I
cat?
used
I
used to not be a cat person, and then we got Fluffy, and I would have 50 cats.
You know what? Anyone who says they're not a cat person who gets a cat is a cat person all of a sudden, because cats are cool. I love them.
But
I have
if you look
I
in
have
the
a
chat,
16-year-old
that's
dog.
what another animal we have.
Yeah. I have a fish named Fluffy. I had a cat named Fido when I was little. I did.
What is this crap? What's that say?
And an ocelot. No?
No,
No.
ocelot's with a C.
I'm a little dyslexic. you guys.
If you Google that, you'll see, and they call them like sea puppies, basically, because
Oh, is that what it is?
they're
Absolutely.
so interactive.
I'm going to right now. Hold on.
Yeah.
He's lying.
He's lying. I was going to say, hold on. I
Oxo.
always like when I pop into my Google and then I'm like, wow, I really Googled that? You know,
Oh, what the hell?
and I'm like,
It's a
why am I
Pokemon.
Googling that?
Her name is Melon, but she's very
Yeah.
interactive.
It looks like a Pokemon.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. My daughter is all into like the exotics. Oh, yeah.
They're actually, I think they're extinct now, but they only lived in like a certain lake in the middle of Mexico.
Yes,
But,
I heard
They're only in
that.
captivity now, and they've actually studied them because she can lose her limbs, like everything, and she can regrow it
Wow.
because she
How
bit
did-
off part of her tail.
And you know
One
this
time
is
in her
female because of the coloring?
I think we're just going off what the guy told us, the breeder.
The girl.
Yeah, it's a girl.
Like the birds. Oh, yeah, sure. There are 2 males in there.
They sing like girls.
The guy told us that, so we're like, okay, we'll believe you.
Okay. Those are cute, really cute. Yeah, my oldest has a salamander. She loves that thing.
They're cool creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Salamander, like all of them. Like I just love all the little creatures.
All the little things, all the little creatures. I do too. I'm an animal hound.
I love all the little creatures.
All the little creatures. And the big ones too. Oh.
Like it's we don't do it often, but it is kind of fun to let her bite you because
really?
she will attack you because she's a carnivore, so she goes crazy
really?
after like burns and everything.
Interesting.
You can feed her shrimp or whatever, but you can stick your finger down there and she'll go after her, and it feels like sandpaper basically. What?
What Nate put on there?
There we go. Vintages John Wayne Bobby. Oh, poor guy.
Oh my god!
I watched that story. That was something. Woo.
Everybody's nightmare. Every man's nightmare.
Regrew a spike in his place. That's so cool. Wait, a guy who won't let you have a cat. Guess who goes out the door? This was determined after the fact. When neither of us had any animals come into the table, and I actually re-inherited one from my ex-husband, which I was really happy about because I know I've been married before, so has he. And he called me one day out of the blue and said, "Hey, I don't really have time for the dogs anymore. Do you want them?" I'm like, "Oh my God, yes." If you've ever, you guys probably haven't, but if you go through a divorce and you lose your pets, it's the worst. It's the worst. It's
if I lost my pets, it'd be like losing children to me. So
it is awful. It is awful, especially this old guy that I have here. He's 16 now. And when he's like, "I'm not giving him to you," then I was like, whew. I found him on a street. He was really ill. He was a puppy. He was like this big. This is in Los Angeles, which was, I found a lot of animals out there, unfortunately. And I raised him. Like he slept on my neck, as a puppy because they like to feel your heartbeat. Raised him from like a little tiny guy, and he was about 6 years old when we got divorced. And he's like, "You're not having him." And I'm like, 3 years later, "Hey, I can't right now." I was like, "Yeah, I'll take him back. He's still here." Now he's 16.
That's awesome. I'm glad you got him back.
Me too. Oh my gosh. Yes. Well, things work out for a reason, I don't know. It's kind of a sad thing.
I mean, I get emotional just thinking if anything were to happen to any of my pets. I'm just like, oh my God.
This guy sleeps under the covers by my legs, and I'm not kidding you. Like the saddest thing for me is like he's getting so old, and when that time comes and I don't feel him down there under my covers.
Yeah.
That's what the puppy's for. Replace.
You don't just get a replacement, Chuck.
Do you think Marcy's thinking that right now, Chuck? Like, oh yeah, when Chuck croaks, I'll just get a replacement. Come on, man.
No, she's gonna move up.
Marcy's still here.
I hope she upgrades, for crying out loud. Geez.
I hope she upgrades. Oh my goodness.
Second marriage is for money,
Oh my God.
Right?
Yeah, no.
It's supposed to be. Yeah.
It's supposed to be, right? That's funny. That's funny.
I think I gotta cut it off. I'm having so much fun, but I'm tired.
Yeah, I know you are. You got that tired thing going on there.
I know.
I hope it was fun. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, we really appreciate you being here.
I appreciate it, you guys. Nice to get to know you all so much better.
The time.
Do you have anything going on that you would like to tell everyone before we go?
Well, You know what? I didn't even look at the date. I know I'm going to be on the morning show with Johnny in a couple weeks. I forget which week, though. It's a while. It's far out, so that's something. But I've got a couple of new videos dropping soon because I don't have much content. I am new, and I'm still learning the whole tech. Now I got a new computer. Got to learn this now. But so I'll have 2 new videos out over this weekend. So
Awesome.
check me out. One of them will be a little surprise. You might want to be interested in, but like I said, don't bring the kids because it's not for kids.
Nice.
Now make sure everyone that's here is subscribed to Nikki because she has awesome
I
content.
appreciate it. Thank you. I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm working on it. I'm getting used to it.
Do you have anything coming up, Chuck?
No up, Chuck. Nothing coming up. I'm trying to release more shorts that you'll see them when they come out. Then nothing exciting.
No,
Just the same old crap. I don't know why you guys watch it.
It's fun.
No, I'm
Next week, remember it will be on my channel, Nady Pies, Trinkets, and Doodads. We are actually we're going to have Redneck Resell Colton on next week, so
Okay.
it'll be pretty exciting. So make sure you check us out, and remember to subscribe to Nikki because you won't regret it.
Nikki's awesome. Once you find your groove, Nikki, you're gonna skyrocket. I think.
I feel like you're just gonna soar past Chuck and I. Just make sure you say hi on the way by.
Probably in about 20 minutes, actually.
Yeah. Just make sure you remember us on your way by. Just give us a wave.
Oh my gosh, please.
We're glad you came too, Andy.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Thanks so much, you guys, and good night to
Thank you,
everyone in the
Sandy.
chat. Sorry I didn't keep up real well. I'm not really good with multitasking, believe it or not. But it's been a blast. I see you. I
Good
promise.
night, everyone.
Thank you. Have a good night, all right?